baby. Well, let me put this back here. Let me say hello to everyone who joins. Let me make a quick Instagram post. How are you guys? Hello. Let me make a quick join us now. How's everyone doing? Let me know. How's your weather, where you're at? How you guys feeling today? Good afternoon. Hi, everyone. We are live on YouTube right now, so come join us as we talk about our Msm Hair Growth Challenge. Hey, sweet lady. I'm doing good. Hey, naturally, Nika. You made me cry today, girl, with that post. I was like walking my dog, like, oh my God. That was so nice of you. That was really sweet. If you don't know what I'm talking about, y'all, definitely check out my Instagram story. Because naturally Nika featured me on her page, but she had some really kind words to say, had me all teary-eyed, first thing in the morning. So that was really nice. Yolanda says, my heater is broken right now, so inside the house is 65 degrees. Oh no, sis. That's too cold. I hate the cold, so I wouldn't make it. Ooh, let me put my ring back on. Oh, thank you. Hi, Jasmine. How are you doing today, too? Hello, Reid Joy. How are y'all feeling this morning? Everybody's doing well? Probably everyone except for Yolanda sitting in that cold. My goodness. It was up to me. My heat would be on like 80, but my husband would be like, man. So I'll stick with like 75, 72. Hey, sis, I know you just jumped on live, but Msm is a synthetic form of sulfur and causes many health problems and builds up in the body. Once it is in the body, it can never leave. It's not a synthetic form. There are actually multiple. Msm is naturally formed in the body, so it depends on what type of Msm you have. I'm sorry, how does Tufrida? I think that's what you're saying. So it depends on what type of MSN you have, dear. Hi, D9 from Chad. Hello, how are you? You heard my dog. He just yawned. He's already in here this morning or this afternoon. Should I sitting on my feet, wanting me to show him love. Rejoice says, hi, Nappy, how are you? Nice to see you. Peace of Jesus be with you. Thank you, dear. Naturally, because I took a nap and woke up with bad breaking cramp. Oh, I want to fight my uterus right now. Yeah, that was me earlier this week. Except for, I will say, I haven't really been having bad cramps. A lot of women were saying that the Msm powder was really helping with the cramps. And I think that's also the case for me too. So, but yeah, seems a lot of us are on it's around that time of the month for all of us ladies. A lot of us ladies, not all of us, but. Hello, Valerie. Greetings. Sunny but cold from Toronto, Canada. Hello from Toronto. Blessings, blessings. Thank you, ladies. I'm glad everyone is doing okay. Yolanda says, I'm ashamed to say I slacked off on the Msm this week. I'm definitely going to get back at it today. It's okay, Yolanda. Actually, I had one day that I missed. I don't know how I did, but I think I was like doing too many things. It's usually the days that I'm like packing orders and doing orders. I get really, really busy and then I forget to take it. But yeah, it's okay. We'll just get right back on it. That's fine. You missed a day, 2, get right back on it. Hello from South Africa. Hi, Abigail. How are you today? How is it there? Is the weather very warm in South Africa right now? Charity says, good afternoon, Michelle. It's Christine from New Hampshire. Hello, how are you? Kara says, hi, Nappy. Is the bulk supplement Msm powder a good one to use? I don't know which bulk supplement you're talking about. The one we're using is from Doctor's Best Msm powder. That's the one I'm currently using. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Just let me know. And how's everyone else doing on the MSM challenge? Let me know. How are you guys feeling? How are you, you taking the recommended dose? This week we are starting we're going to be starting the 3 1/8 teaspoons or the 3 scoops now into our teas and our smoothies. However you're going to be taking this with our vitamin C. So we're upping the dose again this week. So we'll be doing one day 1/4 of a teaspoon, the next day 3/8 of a teaspoon, the next day, so off and on, alternating that. Hi, Ilani, how are you, dear? Barrett says, I'm 20 and have receded hairlines from the past 5 years. How to solve this, please? Help. I am depressed. Um, Birat, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Are you receding hairlines from like too tight hairstyles? Like, what are you doing to your edges that are causing a receding hairline? If you're young like that, a lot of times it's probably due to what you're doing to your hair. Do you wear braids a lot? Are you wearing wigs? Or a lot of tension styles on your edges? Um, Also, you can definitely get your blood tested. See, make sure you're not having any type of deficiencies in your body, like vitamin D deficiency, iron deficiencies, because those can also cause hair loss. But a lot of times, that receding hairline is due to some poor hair care practices. Naturally, Nika says, "Oh, bulk supplement is a company brand, I believe." Oh, I'm not familiar with that particular brand. I would definitely look at the reviews on. I would definitely look at the reviews on that particular company and that particular brand and see what people are saying. Is it a more natural source of MSM powder? Where are they sourcing the MSM powder from? Because MSM powder is actually made naturally in our bodies, but it also comes from plants. It can come from animals, so you can see where it's coming from and then read the reviews on it. My dog was throwing a fit over here. um, Hi, Denise. She's the hi, Michelle from Baltimore. Using my second bottle of oil. Time to reorder again. Okay, yay. I'm still having my sale, Denise. If anyone is interested, my sale runs, I think, until tomorrow evening. It's 25% off. The code is women. So if you want your oils, you want any of the shampoo bars, you want anything, just get it now. Get it while we having the sale, okay? Um, Crazy Kai said, "Oh no, I didn't get the notification that you were live." It's okay. We literally just started. It's only been like 10 minutes. You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it, sis. We haven't said anything yet. Karis says, I got it from Amazon. It comes in a white package with a red man and red writing. Yeah, Karis, I don't know much about that brand. I would definitely look into it. See, like I said, see how they're sourcing the MSM powder if you can. Read the reviews, see what people are saying, if it's a good supplement. I don't know every supplement out there, but yeah, I would just take a look into it, okay? Uh, Marisola Arena or Marisol. What do you take it with if you don't like the bitter taste? You can take it with, I have a whole video on this, but you can take it with orange juice, cranberry juice. You could take it with moringa tea, any type of tea, really, you can drink it with. A smoothie, you can add into a smoothie if you like smoothies, a fruit smoothie. So you can do it a number of ways. You don't have to drink it straight. As long as you get your vitamin C with it, and as long as you're drinking your 64 ounces of water, um, you don't have to just drink it straight like in the powder form because it does have a bit of a bitter taste to it. Crazy Kai, show some love and like the live. Yes, yes. Thank you, boo. Go ahead and y'all give my live a thumbs up. Let me know everything's doing good. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'm down to just chit chat today. Like I said, we are starting the 3 scoops of the teaspoon, which is 3 1/8 of a gram. This is the recommended dose. So we'll be alternating. We'll be doing 1/4 of a teaspoon one day, then the 3/8 of a teaspoon the next day, alternating like that for the full week. So we, introducing something new, say how we're feeling this week. Take your time, drink your water, and make sure you get enough vitamin C. Okay, Marisol, you can add it to a juice, a smoothie. I've even mixed it in 2 meals. That's really good. Good, good, good. Good morning. Checking in, still going strong. Thank you, Gina. How are you? Good morning or good afternoon. Sassy Red Reid. Hey, dear. How are you? You're late. It's okay. It's only, like I said, it's only been 10 minutes. You know, you good. You good, dear. Valerie says, just found your channel and I'm interested in knowing how to take this, how it benefits hair, and where to purchase. Valerie, I have a hair growth. I'll drop the video in the chat. So basically what we did, we're taking this particular brand, Doctor's Best MSM powder. I added this to my Amazon store. So if you click on the link in the description box, you should be able to find my Amazon store where you can purchase the MSM powder from. Hold on, let me just put the video in the chat. And we started taking this off very slowly. We introduced it first like 1/8 of a teaspoon every other day. And then we're working our way up to 3/8 of a teaspoon. You want to introduce it slowly into your diet. You want to take it with vitamin C, and you want to drink 64 ounces of water with it. So I'll give you the full details how to do this. Let me see. Drop that in the. Okay. Did I drop it in wrong? Let me make sure that was the right video because I don't know why they added it kind of crazy. I think I was impatient and I think I entered it twice. Okay, there we go. All right, let me see. So yeah, so I just put in the link in the description in the chat all the details of the challenge. I also had like a downloadable calendar so you know which week to take which at which levels. Make sure you're drinking enough water with it. Really, really important because your body can go through a state of detox, which is why we slowly introduce this into your body. Yolanda says, after my last wash day, when I stretch out my shed hair, I notice they're getting thicker and I'm definitely experiencing less breakage. I don't know if it's due to the MSM or the use of Ayurvedic herbs. It's probably a combination of both, but the Ayurvedic herbs will definitely, especially if you're new to them, you'll definitely see a difference in your hair like right away. But you'll also see a difference maybe in growth to the MSM. So maybe it's just a combination of both. Avado says, will your hair grow if you add MSM to your hair growth oil? Yes, your hair can grow from the oil. In the original video, I showed you how to make an Ayurvedic oil with MSM powder and a spray, an Ayurvedic spray with MSM powder. So you can use it topically and you can use it internally. For this challenge, we were doing it both ways. If you could take it internally, some people opted not to. And we were using it at least twice a week topically and then every day internally. So you definitely can. A lot of people experience external growth from using it topically. For me personally, I want to, use it both ways, introduce it slowly so I wouldn't have any like side effects from it. Yolanda says, but I'm loving it. I'm glad you're loving it, girl. Crazy Kai says, okay, cool. I'm going to watch while I start my day. Sorry if I'm not too active, but I'm here in the shadows. Well, thank you, girl. I always appreciate you coming on and, supporting. Even if you just, dropping in. I understand people have things to do. So, I wanted to make it so I was here quite a bit so that um, if you miss one week, it's okay. You can catch me next week, just in here chit chatting today. Stacy Scott, I'm new here and I need help. I had my thyroid removed years ago, and ever since my hair has been thin, nothing I've tried has worked. So, Stacy, I believe your hair loss might be due to more like your thyroid and hormone related. Ayurvedic herbs can definitely help with that, but I would also talk to your doctor to see if there's something they can do to help balance out your hormones because your thyroid was really what helps to control that. And I do think topical treatments can help, like using amla powder and maybe Bringraj powder, Brahmi powder. But I really think that that is something you probably should deal with internally. So I would definitely like talk to your doctor and see if there's something they can do to help you manage your hormones. I don't know if there's anyone in here who maybe works in the medical field who could give her any recommendations or anything about that because I do know that that is a lot to do with internal things, and I could definitely recommend some topical treatments, but internally you might need to switch it up or talk to your doctor. The MSM might be able to help as well. You can also take some Ayurvedic herbs internally, like you can take amla powder. What also might help with some of your hormones and stress levels is ashwagandha powder. But again, I would definitely talk to your doctor about that specifically. Um, Okay. Jessica says, I'm still at 1 teaspoon. I'm a bit scared to up it more than that. Jessica, you don't have to, grow. You're good. I think like just take your time. Don't have to up it topically. Like again, like the recommended dose is 3/8 of a teaspoon. So no need to add more. Just be patient with it. Okay. Sweet Lady says, I'm using Ayurvedic as well as MSM. Definitely seeing density and growth. I'm here for that density and health. Yeah, I definitely will say my hair feels much denser than usual. Right now, I still have it in the twist. Actually, I retwisted my hair because I was on a Facebook Live. I'm in like these hair groups on Facebook, and they had a twistathon yesterday. So I kind of like undid my hair and retwisted it, so it's already kind of nicely twisted. But y'all can see like it's definitely looking healthier, and I'm gonna attribute that to some of the MSM and also my bomb hair products because did y'all catch my new product drop? I know a lot of you guys support it. I saw a lot of really familiar names on there who ordered the strengthening hair mask. Y'all, that moved so quickly. I actually just was making another batch of it. This mask has been a really, really good seller already. Can I just say, a lot of people who already received it yesterday and like Friday and Saturday used it and told me that their hair had so much hydration and felt absolutely amazing. And I'm really, really excited. Actually, this one girl, let me see if she responded because she was actually using the product and giving me like a rundown, like as she was using it. And she was just like, I put it in my hair and so far my hair feels amazing. And I'm like, okay, girl, like I was like, just keep me updated whenever, whenever you finish. But she was just like, I'm pretty sure I'm about to buy everything from you because that DIY protein treatment that I did with my nephew was absolutely amazing. You could see my curls, the hydration, the moisture. And so, I shared that in that strengthening hair mask. I added a few more ingredients, y'all, like silk amino acids, which are wonderful for moisture. Small, small, small. They're the building blocks to protein. So they're not technically a protein, but they are the building blocks to proteins. Um, they're small enough to penetrate your hair strand, give you that moisture. I use sunflower oil, which is a ceramide oil. We haven't talked a lot about ceramides here on just on my channel at all, but ceramides are basically the glue that holds your hair together. They provide so much moisture for your hair. So I use a lot of ceramide rich oils that can also, they're rich in like vitamin E. They're really good for scalp health. And so, I was really, really intentional about this strengthening hair mask, and people have been telling me the results are just outstanding. The same results I had, people are experiencing. And I love that you guys have literally bought the products and then used them the very next day. Like that is like really exciting for me. So definitely, if you haven't got yours, Sweet Lady shared in the chat the code for 25% off my products. Definitely look into that if you're curious. Okay. All right, let me scroll down, see who else is here. Hey, Deidre, she's here. Hey, Boo. Kimmy says, do you have a pre-poo suggestion for moisture? The air has been super dry and cold lately. So, Kimmy, I actually like to use, or hold on, Night, come in, come here. He's sitting at the door crying, but the door is wide open, so he can come in, but he's just crying. Um, so Kimmy, I like to use Ayurvedic treatments as kind of like a pre-poo for me. So I use like if my hair is like really dry, like a honey infused Ayurvedic treatment. I'll actually drop the video in the chat. Well, come in, silly. Nobody's making you stay out there. Hi. It's okay. Hi, baby. A spoiled animal. Okay. Let me drop this honey hair mask in there because this mask will give your hair some serious, serious hydration, and it's really perfect if your hair is dry right now. Okay. It's okay. I'm here though. Okay, okay. Prima says, speaking of oil, what is your opinion about the new trend, no oils and butters in our hair? Frima, it's funny because I actually talked about this like last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm not necessarily a fan of that. I do think it can have a purpose for some people and it can work for some people. But I don't think universally to make that like, oh, we're not using oils and butters in our hair will work for everybody. And personally, for me and my lifestyle, in the wintertime, I'm not wearing wash and goes exclusively. And as someone who formulates products, I am really intentional about the type of oils I use in my hair. The reason they're saying not to use oils and butters is because they believe it blocks out moisture. And it definitely can, right? But not all oils and not all butters are created equally, right? And so to me, it's about when you're using the oils, right? How you're using them and what type of oils you're using. Like a lot of you guys know, I like to use oils that can help penetrate the hair strand, right? So you will like babasu oil, coconut oil. A lot of people hate coconut oil, but babasu oil, castor oil, even the sunflower oil that I mentioned a little bit earlier, it's a ceramide oil. It can penetrate the hair strand. Wheat germ oil. Those are some of the oils that can penetrate. Also, sweet almond oil can, right? So when I formulate my hair products, I always put in products and oils. I always use ingredients like oils that can penetrate the hair strand, and then there are oils that can coat. But what you have is called an emulsifier, right? That binds your oil and water phase together. So when you use that whole process to simply say we're never using oils on our hair or butters on our hair, it's kind of not really true because pretty much all the products we use and make use emulsifiers to combine our oil and water phase. And I think as long as you're using some type of a product that has an emulsifier in it, that means you should be able to rehydrate your hair. But it also talks about using really good quality products. And I think that is really where we should be focusing on instead of just making claims to say no oil or no butter, but really using quality products. Using water-based products, using products that allow you to re-moisturize your hair again. So like, my leave-in and twist cream, they all have light enough oils and light enough butters and some that seal. Like some people can use just the leave-in and the twist cream and don't need a butter for their hair because again, I formulate products that have like penetrating oils and then sealing oils. So for some people that's enough. But for some people, let's say they have high porosity hair, they lose moisture as quickly as they gain it. And using something a little bit heavier can help with their hair strands, can really help to lock in moisture. But again, you cannot just put butter on your hair and say, all right, bet my hair is moisturized because it won't be. And then your hair will be dry and you can't re-moisturize your hair because you pretty much locked out that moisture. So I'm not necessarily a fan of just saying like no oils and butters in your hair. Science has also shown that oils are actually really great for helping people to grow back their hair, to grow hair strands. So I'm not a fan of just making blanket claims like that. I do think for some people it does serve a purpose. I think in this trend, actually, a lot of people are using it mostly in the terms of wash and goes. And for them, that might work very well, right? Because they're also rehydrating their hair during the week. But all of us should be rehydrating our hair during the week, okay? You want to make sure that you are doing so with a water-based leave-in, which is important with their kind of saying like no oils and butters. But I'm sure there's more to it. Like I haven't looked up everything about it, but that's my take on it. I think that for some people and some how you're wearing your hair, it might work very well. But for other people, it might not. And personally, I'm not a fan of it. Y'all see my hair, it is moisturized. Can't nobody say my hair is dry out here. And I'm someone who uses oils and butters in my hair regimen. So I think you have to do what's best for you and it's working for you. If it doesn't work for you, right? If you're using oils in your hair and butters in your hair and your hair is feeling dry, you can't get that moisture. I think it's two things. I think you need to reassess like what products you're using, right? Look at the ingredients of the products you're using. And then if you want to try a no oil and no butters technique, try it. And if it works for you, by all means, continue. I'm like, I never tell people don't do something because it might not, it might not work for me, but it might work for you. So yeah, I know that was a long take around it, but that's just my opinion. But I'm not going to just tell everyone, no, I don't think you should be using no oils and butters because some people, let me tell you, there are girls, I'm in a hair board and these girls are fans of shea butter and they've been using shea butter for years and they have hip length hair. Like one of the girls that I posted on my page recently, she's a big fan of shea butter and her hair is moisturized, long and strong. So someone gonna tell her, oh girl, you don't need to use that. I don't think she's gonna listen. I think she's gonna stick with what's been working for her. That's all. Um, Gina says, I did support and bought the deep conditioner and hair bar. Sent you a DM. Okay, girl. Thank you. Thank you, Gina. Hi, everyone. Hi, Marakai. Geneva says, I'm loving the Msm challenge. I just made my first wash day bundle from your site. Oh, wait. Yeah. Thank you. Can't wait to try it. Oh my goodness, girl. Sassy Red Breed just said, update, my hair has grown 3.5 inches. Okay. Okay, sis. Get them inches. My brother's keeper says ashwagandha is good for thyroid issues. Yes, yes. Okay. Let me see. Can't wait to receive. Okay. Sorry, I scrolled down too far. Hey, Michelle, did you do a video on using Ayurvedic oil with the MSM for hair growth? So Denise, I did it wasn't my Ayurvedic oil, but it was an Ayurvedic oil we had made in the previous week. So I always like to do, like when I'm doing YouTube videos, I like to just build on the products that we already made instead of having you guys make a ton of new products. But I showed you how to add the MSM powder to the oil. So you can use that universally for whatever oil you have. Okay, so if you have my oil, you can add it to my oil. If you had made the oil we made in the previous week, I think it was like a carrot oil with other Ayurvedic herbs in it. So I showed how to do that, and that was in the original video I did. I'll drop that in the link in the chat box. Let me see here. So it was in my original like MSN hair growth story. I shared 2 recipes in that video. Okay, so I just dropped that in the description box for you. Just this says, thank you. Naturally Nika, Bomb Hair Products, indeed. Thank you, sis. Hi, Monique. How are you, dear? So, Sweet Lady says, oh, I can't wait to get my strengthening mask. Yes, yes. Regina, I can't wait to receive mine. I love your products. Thank you, guys. I have another order. I'm trying to go out on Monday, and if not, it will be definitely Tuesday for sure. But yeah, I spent this weekend making more products because y'all were not playing. I got sold out really, really quickly, and so I'm working on it. Sassy Red Breeze said, "I'm still waiting for my order. It's probably I'm so impatient. It's okay, sis. I definitely shipped your order, so you should be getting it soon." Sherry says, "I stocked up strengthening hair mask. I haven't received it yet. I have the oatmeal deep conditioner, so I can't wait to get all your products." Thank you, guys. That's what I said. Y'all came out with the support. I really appreciate it. Y'all really make me feel good. Y'all make me feel good about it. Humble Five, I tried your MSM hair mask with the almond messy seeds, and my hair absolutely loved it. I noticed the swelling effect right away. Oh, good, sis. Hello, any of you using MSM has itching on the scalp? Have any of you guys experienced? I haven't experienced itching on the scalp. Is the itching like an itchy dryness, or is it just kind of like maybe an allergic reaction to the MSM powder? What are you using with the MSM? Is it in an oil? Like, how are you adding it to your scalp? I'm curious. Look at it. Oh, you're talking about a dog. Yeah, he came in and left me. Naturally, Nika. He's really moody today. I don't know. He wants me to like probably go lay down and he can lay in my lap, but he can't lay in my lap over here. So he gets in his little moods. Bailey Boys, I received my package today and can't wait for next Saturday's wash day. Yay! To use a hair mask. Awesome. Sherry says, even my husband noticed the length and thickness since I started the MSM challenge. Okay. When a man sees and notices it, it must be something because I feel like they never notice anything. Isabel says, hola, hola, Isabel. Bailey Boys, bingo, right? Yes, yes. Chantel Mike says, I've been missing my daily doses, but I'm still in the game. All right, Chantel, let's get back on it, okay, sis? That's all right. Sometimes we back off a little bit, but we're back on it. This week we're increasing our dose, so make sure we do this every day. I probably will drop in on Wednesday do a quick live on Wednesday, see how y'all doing, because we're upping our dose a lot, not a lot, but we're upping our dose this week. So I might just drop in on Instagram, check in, be like, hey, how y'all doing? Drinking y'all water? Kind of give y'all a little a little boost just in case we fall off, because sometimes it's like that. Eshmoni says, I can't wait to get my order. Okay, girl. I'm working on it. Naturally, Nika says, yes. My girls speak chemistry to me. Yes. Humble Fabulous butters are great. I like the ones that melt upon contact with body heat, but find creams with the right amount of butters and a hydrating aspect works best for my hair. Great. Yeah. I'm glad like you guys, I think when you really understand, and this is why I say sometimes like you really understand the idea of how to formulate products and why you're using certain ingredients, like you really shouldn't have issues with certain products if you really know why you're using them, why they're being used in a product, and if your hair likes it or not, then don't use it. Move on. And thank you, sweet lady. I see you putting in that work. I don't know what was said because I missed that, but I'm glad you working that out. Hello, everyone. Here to learn about hair. I need all the education I can get. Naturally, I love shea butter. See, okay, naturally, Nika over here has that hip length. I don't even know how long is your hair, girl, really? Because when you were in that video and you were doing this, your hair was still, you still had inches to go. There's a lot of people I know with hip length and longer hair who all of them use shea butter religiously. And folks have to give a process some time, not switching up every week in terms of what products you use. Sometimes it takes time to build moisture and see all of your efforts come together. It definitely does. It really does. Because even the method they're talking about, um, that like hydrate, using no butters and oils, they say you have to do it for at least 6 weeks or 4 to 6 weeks to see effects. So to just say like, oh, try this one time, like no, everybody should be, if you're using products, you should be using it multiple times to make sure your hair is getting hydrated, fully hydrated. Okay. Let's see. Valerie says, where can I purchase your products? And do you ship to Toronto, Canada? I do ship to Canada. Um, so you can order from my website. It's NowIamNappy.com. I think Sweet Lady, if you scroll up, Sweet Lady had dropped that in the chat for you guys a little earlier. Again, I'm still having my sale until Monday. It's Sell Women for 25% off. Marikai says, I've been using with Ayurvedic oils with Msm in them. Perfect. That's perfect. Denise says, thanks, I have your oil. Cool, I'll be doing that. Okay. My hair is extremely dry. What can I do to keep it moisturized? To keep your hair moisturized, I would say it's a number of things. Number one, I need to know like what is your current routine. Um, how often are you shampooing, cleansing your hair? Don't be afraid to cleanse your hair. Deep conditioning your hair, which is really important. I don't care what porosity hair type you have, you should definitely be deep conditioning your hair. Now, how moisturized your hair is may depend on how often you deep condition, but for me, every time I shampoo my hair, I will always deep condition it. And it's about also the quality of your deep conditioner. And then how often are you moisturizing and sealing your hair during the week? So if you're somebody who has low porosity hair, you probably need to get the moisture into your hair, and then while your hair is still damp, and then still unlock that in. Our hair, our cuticles lay flat. If you're somebody with high porosity hair, you need again a little heavier products to help lock in that moisture because uh, you lose moisture quickly, but you can also gain it quickly. So I need a little bit more about your regimen, your routine, how often you're moisturizing your hair, etc., washing it. Like a lot of people, you need to make sure you're getting that hydration of your hair at least once a week. Okay. Hello, ladies. Hi, Nike. Hi. Miss, would you please talk more about your new product ingredients, what, how, etc.? Sure. So I'll go over this again. I don't know if you're in. So my new product is the Oat and Aloe Strengthening Hair Mask. Okay. So all of my products are infused with an Ayurvedic blend. All of them have the horsetail, sage, nettle, rosemary, chamomile, lavender. Sorry, I'm just reading the thing. So if I sound a little crazy, I'm just reading the thing. And lavender. And I always put rose water in it and obviously aloe vera leaf juice. So basically, what I do is try to use a combination of a herbal extracts to really bring some moisture to your hair, but also give your hair some nutrients, right? A lot of those herbs that I mentioned are great for scalp health. They're great for moisture. They're great for growing your hair, dealing with any type of scalp issues you may be dealing with. Those are really good. Those are good herbs for that. And then I used panthenol in this, and we knew panthenol and glycerin. those are humectants. So those are ingredients that are used to help draw moisture from the environment into your hair. But also I chose panthenol because it is a film forming humectant, which means that it helps to actually lock in and seal in moisture. But on top of that, I chose hydrolyzed oat protein and silk amino acids. Now, those particular, so let's focus on hydrolyzed oat protein first. Those are the proteins that are actually medium to large size, which means that they coat the hair strand. They're more of a moisturizing protein than others, okay? They actually put a protective coat on it. So you have the panthenol coating your hair strand, you have the hydrolyzed oat protein coating your strand, and then I added in some silk amino acids because those can actually penetrate into the hair strand to put in, like, fill in the little crevices of our hair with some, like, they're not proteins, but they're the building blocks to proteins. So they actually really help to prevent moisture loss in your hair. That's the best way I can try and say that. And then in particular, I used, in this particular one, I used oils that are called ceramide oils. Now, ceramides are pretty much like, kind of like the glue that hold our hair together. Everybody has ceramides in their hair, and ceramide rich oils are really beneficial if your hair is weak, brittle, damaged, and all that. So I used the sunflower oil and wheat germ oil. But sunflower oil is about 80% of a ceramide. We haven't done a video on it, but ceramides are just so, so important for your hair. And the wheat germ oil also contains, I think, like 50 or 60% of ceramides. And wheat germ oil, and that also is a good moisturizing oil, also good for scalp health. Um, just it's like all of it. Like, I was really intentional about these particular oils and why I'm using them. And then the last oil was castor oil that I used in this particular treatment because we know castor oil is good for hair growth, fighting hair fall, moisture. It's an emollient. It really can moisturize your hair. It's can penetrate in your hair strands really well as well. And so yeah, other than that, is just the emulsifier that I use to bind the oil and water phases together, and a preservative. So, I mean, I really tried to make this a really nice, clean product, really intentional about people who are suffering from breakage, locking in moisture, filling those crevices that people might have that can cause breakage, and making that hair strong and healthy. So, that's a little bit about that product. Regina says, "I'm just jealous. I want all of mommy's attention." Yeah, that's my baby. He's now back in the hallway staring. I don't know what this child wants. He is a really emotional child. KLDA VA, my hair is growing and getting thicker. That sounds really good, dear. Um, let's see. Naturally, Nika says, it's at my hip. I don't know the inch length, but I'm 6 feet tall. Girl, yeah. I knew you were tall, but your hair is extremely, extremely long. Karen says, can MSM be drying? It can for some people. Not everybody experiences dryness. If you are, I would minimize some of the topical treatments, and then make sure you are using it in some type of water-based leave-in as opposed to the oil-based leave-in. And then maybe focus that mainly on the scalp. And if you're doing that, like, I don't know how many times a week you're doing it, then lessen it up so that your hair can, not be drying throughout the week. Sherry Bryan says, if I'm using a heavy butter, I mix it with the oil and put it on after the leave-in. Right, right, perfect. And that's it. I'm low porosity, and when I keep twisting for a week, I don't need to re-moisturize till wash day. Same, Sherry. That is perfect, and that's why literally for me, I just use this and the twist cream. I don't need a butter, but like when if I refresh my hair, I'll just use my leave-in conditioner and a butter, and that's it. Like, when you have low porosity hair, once you get good quality products, your hair will stay moisturized all week long. Like, I only re-moisturized my hair yesterday because I was doing my live, but my hair was fine. Like, I usually will just keep it until wash day and then re-moisturize it. And wash it for my wash day and then re-moisturize it. And that's all I pretty much need. And if I need a little bit of a refresher, I'll use this spray leave-in. Okay. Nike said, is there a limit to how many herbs can one can infuse into an Ayurvedic oil? I guess technically there could be a limit, but I think the point of infusing herbs into an oil is, what is your intent of the oil? Okay. So we sometimes, and I'm queen of doing this too. Sometimes I like to be extra, but I always try to make, what's the intention of the oil? Is this oil going to be for hair growth? Is this oil going to be for hair loss? Is this oil going to have a ton of anti-inflammatory issues? Am I dealing with dandruff, dry scalp? So I before I craft any or formulate any product, I try to think with intention, right? So if you're going to choose even just 3 herbs to infuse in an oil, which 3 is a great number to infuse into your oil, okay? You can choose 1 herb for hair growth, 1 herb for hair loss, and 1 herb for scalp issues, right? And that could be enough. So I'm just saying, 3 could be enough if you choose 10. Like I have an Ayurvedic oil with 10 particular herbs in it. When I first created that oil, I wanted it all encompassing oil, right? I wanted some for strength. I wanted some for moisture. I wanted some for hair loss. I wanted some for hair growth. I wanted some for scalp issues. That oil was really all encompassing. That's my stimulating Ayurvedic oil, right? But then I decided when I was, being a little bit more intentional about dealing with a specific need, I created my scalp relief oil. And then I was really intentional about using herbs that are really good for scalp. So that's why that oil has like the neem powder, has the tulsi powder, stuff that basically has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties to deal with people who are dealing with scalp issues and dermatitis and inflammation on the scalp and bacteria, fungus, ringworm. That oil is intentional for that. So you can use a number of herbs, but I don't want you to say like I have to have 20 herbs for the oil to be amazing. It just has to be in what is your intention of the oil and then go from that. But I would say like if you had a choice, I would recommend 3 herbs and like the least amount, 3 herbs. You can infuse with 1 herb, but I always like to do 3. 3 is like there in Ayurveda, there's the power of threes. And so if you're gonna do it, I would recommend 3 herbs as a minimal. And don't forget about essential oils too. I know I have a video on essential oils, and I've definitely learned so much more since that time period. But I've really got into essential oils, and they can be just as powerful as herbs because a lot of them come from the herbs, right? So, in my scalp relief oil, there's tea tree, there's eucalyptus oil, lavender oil, and peppermint oil. Again, you have stimulating oils that can help reinvigorate down at the follicle level. So it's just the intention of stuff. Just be intentional. Don't just throw it in there because oh, I heard it and it sounds good, right? And it could still help out, right? You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. A lot of these herbs have multiple and dual uses, right? So, it just, just be intentional about it. That's all. I know it was a long way of saying that. This is great. Thanks. We'll definitely try it. Okay. Lana, can you do a video about ceramides? Sorry, I don't know how to spell it. You spelled it exactly how it's spelled. I can definitely do a video on ceramides. I'll definitely do that for you guys. Hi, Michelle. Can I put some Emerson into your leave-in? Yes, you can. I was actually thinking about offering an option that had MSM in it. So I don't know. What do you think? I mean, you could still have one without it, right? Because some people don't want it or whatever they choose, right? You have the option having some that has it in and having some that doesn't. Would you guys be interested in having a leave-in like that? Let me know. Melissa says. Hello, everyone. I can't say I haven't been able to be here. I'm at work now. Oh, well, hello. I'm glad you dropped in, dear. Naturally, because I love how methodical you are. Warms my heart. Thank you, girl. I just, I have to be. There's a lot of people out there who give a lot of misinformation, or there's just so much information people don't know how to process it, right? I remember when I first started showing people how to like formulate, and people were like, I don't have this. Can I just or they were saying they don't have like the emulsifier, right? And they're like, I want to make products. I'm like, you can't have oil and water; they won't mix together. And they would tell me like, oh, I tried to make the product and the product failed. And I'm like, okay, well, what did you use? Like, what, I'm trying to go through the process with them. And they're like, oh, I didn't have the emulsifier, so I just left that out. And there's obviously some things you can leave out, right? But an emulsifier, when you have oil and water phase, is just you're gonna just have oil and water. They're never gonna mix. So I really try to be intentional about like what I'm teaching, what I'm saying, because I do want you guys to be able to know. And I think that's the point of my channel in a way, is like this understanding. So everyone, like, again, about ingredients. You look at this and there used to be this saying like if you can't pronounce it, don't use it. And I think that's really, really misleading, because again, we have so many ingredients that I may not be able to pronounce, but are so beneficial to your hair, or so beneficial to actually making the product, like BTMS, bentonio methyl sulfate. I couldn't pronounce that for a little while, and I would see it before, and I'd be like, I don't know what that is. Is that bad? And then I learned later on, like, oh, that's actually important because then it's emulsifier. It binds the water and oil phase. Without that, you don't have a conditioner. Um, so really just helping people to not be afraid of that or to learn a little bit, to look at your products, look at your ingredients, learn about that as we formulate products or as you maybe purchase products from people. So that's all. Um, oh, let me scroll up. Sorry. The strengthening mask sounds very moisturizing. Do we need to follow it with a deep conditioner or just leave it? So a lot of people who've been using it have not needed a deep conditioner afterwards because, like I said, I chose really moisturizing ingredients with it. A lot of people did not, do not. But if you feel like you do, by all means, I'm never going to tell you no. But this, I really try really hard to formulate this with moisturizing ingredients. Everyone who's used it, literally, like I said, people got it on Friday and used it Saturday. People are using it right now. They're like messaging me step by step as they're going along. Everyone said their hair feels absolutely amazing. My hair didn't need anything else afterward. I went right into my leave-in and twist cream right afterwards. It was, yo, if you want to see the results of that, you can check out my protein video. I'm going to drop that in the chat. But if you even if you just scroll to that section of the video where I rinse it out, that my hair was crazy moisturized, definition. I mean, you could just see the moisture through the screen. I'm just like touching my hair and it's just like la. So yeah, and even from there, I put more moisturizing ingredients in it since then. So listen to your hair, number one. Always listen to your hair. But a lot of people have said, that was plenty. Hi, Faith. I'm glad you could join us, my dear. The Flower of Lust. Do you ship to London, UK? I do. I do. I do. Okay, I want to ask, where can I ask questions about my hair? I want to ask a lot of questions. The Flower of Love. You can start here. Not too many, but we can go through some of it. If it's a lot of general stuff that a lot of people ask, well, I'll definitely touch on it. If something really really specific about like something in specific, you can email me about that or DM me. Nike says growth, length, retention, and moisture. And I'm still trying to grow my bald spots. Oh, for the oil. Uh, Let me see. What did I miss? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I'm still trying to grow. Okay. So Nike, you want to look into some of the regenerative herbs if you're still trying to grow that bald spot out. Like, I know I feel like I say this every week, but like amla powder, nettle, brahmi, bringraj, those are also really good herbs for bald spots. You can also check out ashwagandha. I know we talk about taking it internally, but you can also use it topically on those particular spots on your hair, infused in an oil. Nike, I feel like we had this discussion, but do you know what your bald spots are from? I don't remember. I'm sorry. Sophie says, "Hi, I'm new to your live. My name is Sophie. Going natural. I had heard about MSM. I would like to try. What is the name of your website? And thank you." Okay, yeah. Sophie, I see sweet lady. She got you over there. And the MSM powder I'm using for the challenge is Doctor's Best MSM powder. It's in my Amazon store. You can add it to your oil, the leave-in, deep conditioner, any of the hair products if you like. Lisa says, "Hi, yesterday I washed my hair with a mixture of bentonite clay, neem, alma, brahmin, aretha, and shikakai." Well, how was your experience, Melissa? You said you watched it. I was waiting for you to tell me what happened. What happened, girl? Did you enjoy it? Was it good? Was it strengthening? How'd your hair feel? You got moisture? Did you deep condition? I need a little more, girl. You left me hanging. I got excited. All right. Happy Sunday, Nicole. How do you feel about the detox? I'll stop using oils or butters. Wouldn't this make the hair extremely dry? I'm just going to do what works for me. Oh, Nicole, you must not have been on when I was on my little rant earlier. I again, I don't think there's anything wrong with detoxing your hair from stuff. I wouldn't universally make a statement about all people. Like again, I said some people, not all oils or not all butters are created equal. There are oils that allow you to be able to re-moisturize your hair, and those are oils that allow penetrating oils. Sorry, and then there are sealing oils. So it really is to me dependent upon what type of oils you're using in your hair and also the type of products you're using that allow your hair to be re-moisturized or not. But I don't like to make blanket statements about that. So, do I think that it can work? I think it can work for some people. I don't think that for everybody, everything to just make a blanket statement about it will work. A lot of them are highly recommending wash and goes using gels, and some people don't wear wash and goes, and some people, like me, I'm not really a fan of wash and goes for my hair type. They cause a lot of single strand knots, and yeah, and I end up having to cut off all the length I grew, which um, was to me defeat the purpose of it. Did I feel like my hair was any more moisturized than when I wasn't? No, because again, I'm really intentional about the ingredients I choose and the products I use on my hair. And again, I use oils and butters in my hair, and my hair is perfectly fine and moisturized and healthy, and I don't have problems with length retention or with moisture. But again, like I said, I'm really intentional about the ingredients I'm choosing and I'm using. And as someone with low porosity hair, I tend to stick to oils that allow me to re-moisturize my hair if I need to during the week. Um, so do what to me is like I said, it's going to be do what's best what works for you and your hair. The one YouTuber I was watching who's following this, who's actually I think she's doing that. She went to their salon. I do not remember her name, I'm sorry, but she posted and the first her hair was dry. It was very dry after she used their technique, and they say it's gonna take 4 to 6 weeks for your hair to reach um I guess that max hydration. And I think with anything it's gonna take time, and I think there is a maybe there's a science to it. I haven't looked it up, but for me it's about how it's for me, it's about the products you're using, the type of products you're using, and the type of ingredients in those products. So I'm picky about what I use in my products because I want people to have moisturized and hydrated hair. Hydrated hair first, and then moisturize. So if you don't have the hydration, and true hydration comes on wash day, truly and honestly. And then after that, you fill in that moisture. And all of my ingredients are water based, water focused, light ingredients, but also penetrating ingredients and some sealing ingredients. So no, I would never not do that. I'm always going to use products that have oils and butters with the intention of hydrating hair and moisturizing it. Jessica says, "Hi, I'm experiencing shedding breakage and I do have high porosity hair, which is also fine. I wanted to try your products, but I'm not sure what to get. I am so tired of the breakage. I'm trying to figure out my hair, but I'm so confused. I didn't know anymore." Okay, so people with high porosity hair know that your hair has basically, do you know what that truly means? That your hair is just more porous, which means that you have, for lack of better words, right? You have more holes in the strands of your hair. They're not actually holes, but if you think of it like that, okay? So your hair is way more porous. So stuff can enter and out. Think about something that has a bunch of holes in it. Things can come and go as they please, right? So what you need to have is products that have some protein in it, okay? Because again, there are two types of proteins. There are the film forming type, and the types that are small enough to really penetrate. No matter what, though, you always want the hydrolyzed proteins. So my leave-in and the strengthening hair mask both have the hydrolyzed proteins in it, okay? Um, anyone with low porosity hair though can use this product as well. But I'm speaking specifically to her because when someone is dealing with a lot of breakage, you really want to make sure your hair has enough proteins in your hair and also getting enough moisture. So, definitely, I would recommend you get the strengthening hair mask, the leave-in conditioner, a twist cream, and a butter. So the butter is going to be up to you. However you like. I have a shea butter, which is the shea powder is from Chad, and I infuse it into an oil and I whipped into a butter. And that, a lot of people have come to me recently and said that really helped me maintain moisture like for days. For those who have high porosity hair, they love, love, love that butter. So that's like something I would definitely recommend. But also, I don't know, when was your last trim? How often are you shampooing and moisturizing your hair? Don't be afraid to cleanse your hair, but you may not need to strip your hair. Like, not saying those with low porosity hair are the only ones who need a good cleanser, but for those with low porosity hair, you want something that's going to be cleansing, doesn't have to be stripping every single time, but then also being able to remoisturize your hair. What products are you currently using? if you have something that is a good cleanser right now, stick with it. Do you have any products right now that your hair likes, that you feel like your hair is doing well with? Or you're just like, no, sis, none of this is working. Let me know a little bit more, okay? So Yolanda says, so if hydrolyzed protein and silk amino acids are considered bigger proteins, what are the smaller ones? So silk amino acids is not a big protein. Silk amino acids is actually technically not a protein. They help your hair to form proteins. Silk is actually a smaller yeah, silk proteins, sorry. Silk proteins are smaller proteins. Silk, I believe soy. Actually, if you look at the protein video that I dropped in the chat there, I give a list of the small, medium, and large proteins. I have all of that is listed in that video. I don't remember everything off the top of my head right now, and I don't want to like say something wrong, but definitely check out that video. I believe that's the one I dropped right there for you, like Yolanda. But I do know, think about it, amino acids are the building blocks of protein. So you'll have a certain amount of amino acids that actually make up a protein. So when you hydrolyze a protein, it's basically they break down the proteins into smaller blocks, right? So if you were to just have one particular thing, if you broke that protein down to just one molecule, would be technically an amino acid. So that's what it is. So it's kind of, again, without, to make a protein, you have to have amino acids. I'm trying to like say this in the like the easiest way possible, because my science brain is like clicked on right now, and I don't want to speak like too sciencey or too chemistry. Um, so yeah, so if you're looking for smaller proteins, I believe silk hydrolyzed proteins are smaller, and I believe soy hydrolyzed proteins are smaller. Your bigger ones are the wheat hydrolyzed proteins. Some of the oat proteins can be a bit larger, and some of the keratins are a bit larger. So it just there's a range again. But no matter what, you always want to look for hydrolyzed proteins. If they say they're protein treatment, and I see this all the time, like, oh, an egg protein treatment, or a avocado protein treatment, or a banana protein treatment. If you don't see anything that says hydrolyzed on it, there's actually no proteins in it, okay? Because the only way for your hair to, well, there could be proteins, but your hair cannot absorb it, cannot take it in. There's no beneficial use to it. It could be maybe something that's coating and it's easily rinsed off, and your hair has no benefit. So the hydrolyzed proteins are what you want to look for, okay? Naturally, Nika said, oh, I scrolled up too far. Okay. That whole, if you can't pronounce it, don't use it, used to drive me crazy. Yeah, yeah, girl. I feel you. I feel you. Just because there's so many beneficial things to in products that a lot of people can't pronounce. And even some scientists can't pronounce it. So I'll be like, what y'all talking about? Nike title says traction alopecia. Oh, so that's what you have. Okay. 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 The traction alopecia, and you have it around your edges, some of that. So yeah, definitely. I think we talked about this. Like, stay away from anything that's going to further cause damage. No more braids. No more even pulling your hair up too high in a ponytail. All of that has to stop, and we're going to do the massaging along with the oil treatments on those particular areas. Also, I think I recommend you to go to your dermatologist to make sure that there is no damage already to your follicles, to make sure that you can regrow that hair, because once you have that scarring alopecia, again, like I said, I don't think there's been enough research yet on how to regenerate those follicles once they are scarred. That scar tissue pretty much prevents hair growth in that particular form of the scalp. So um, yeah, those are my suggestions if you are dealing with traction alopecia. Any type of alopecia, honestly, go to your doctor first or your dermatologist, have them look at your scalp, and then you can use herbs and topical treatments to help as well. E. Thompson says, forgive if asked already, can MSM be infused into oil, not only water soluble? Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Yeah, so Kate Thompson, a lot of people like MSM in the oil. MSM is definitely only water soluble. So yes, it's just it's just a matter of personal preference. Some people like to just have I would say a dry ingredient, but like a dry ingredient without wet. So I prefer the spray, and then I'll add the oil just, topically after I do the spray on my hair. But you're right, it does not dissolve. Sweet Linda says, please give this video a like. It helps to get the video out to help others. Yes. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. Please like it and share anybody. If you have anybody right now who's suffering from hair stuff, share the video with them as well. Denise says, thanks for the code. Just completed my order before it expired. Sweet. Wonderful. Thank you, ladies. Sweet lady, I'm on the YouTube app. I don't see a like button. Where do I click it? Faith and Money says, Michelle, is a promotional code still valid? Yes, it is. It's still valid until Monday. It's code WOMEN, all caps, you guys. Oh yeah, sweet lady, she got you. She got you. Kudos. And it's but the greasy feeling from oils and butters isn't moisture, it's lubrication. Fact. Right, Anna. It's definitely lubrication, which is why I say really to get your hair feeling good and moisturized, use hydration, water-based products. Water, 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 water. Seriously. Question, is laxative castor oil good for your hair? Are you talking about castor oil? The one that's like a laxative that you can take? Actually, a lot of people were using that for a long time, and their hair was growing and still getting benefits from it. So I recommend, if you can find Jamaican black castor oil, that's good. If not, the store has, I forget the brand now, but I was buying that before. So now I buy everything in bulk, so it's really hard for me to remember what I was using when I just had like the small size. But I got it from Vitamin Shop. The one from Vitamin Shop that has a regular castor oil on it is perfect to use for your hair. Melissa Brown says, my hair feels soft, healthy, and strong. My scalp feels free. Well, that's great. I'm glad, sis. Sherma says, love your challenge. My high porosity hair is growing. That's good. Sherma, can you feel free to share what you're using as someone who has high porosity hair? I always love to hear what other people are using. Like, what's your regimen? Are you a LCO type of girl, which is that liquid cream oil? Do you use a butter in your hair? Also, I have a video. I actually have 2 videos on high porosity hair, and I do give some suggestions and products you want to look for. A lot of people who have high porosity hair do very well with using aloe vera, and some type of acidic-based leave-in to help seal that cuticle and help lay that cuticle down. But yeah. Hi. Oh, you're back. Hi, baby. Here you go. Okay. Melissa says, I need to make a deep conditioner, but I don't have a digital scale. Can you please give the recipe in tablespoons? So, Melissa, I've done it once or twice before, but I really don't like to give, and I'm going to tell you why, the recipe out in tablespoons, because weight measurements versus volume measurements are 2 very, very different types of measurements. And when when you're formulating, I would say crafting because I'm trying to use terms that you know, but when you're formulating a deep conditioner, you should really do things by weight, because it's a calculation. Like when I give you guys a recipe, and I'm not just pulling this out of some magical thought process in my head. It's an actual formula. So I sit down and I calculate the formula out. And the formula is by weight. All formulas, if you're into science, all formulas are by weight. So if I tell you 10 grams, right? 10 grams can be 1 teaspoon of oil, but 10 grams could also be 3 teaspoons of powder and herbal powder. So to say 1 teaspoon is not an accurate measurement to say, 10 grams equals 1 teaspoon, because 1 teaspoon can be can weigh a number of things depending on what product you're using. So even when I did that recipe for the leave-in, I was really, really trying to find a way to make it as exact as possible. But again, it's really, really hard, which is why I use the scale. And I know a lot of people are like, I don't have a scale. Girl, go to my Amazon store. You can grab a scale on Amazon for like $20 to $30. And trust me, it's worth the investment if you really want to make a deep conditioner that works. Because a lot of people who are just, doing the formulation over into like from grams into tablespoons or teaspoons, they're telling me, oh, my formula is breaking and I don't know why, right? The deep conditioner doesn't last for a long time because this formula separates. And it's hard for me to help them, because I don't know. When you say, like I said, when you have a teaspoon of a powder versus a teaspoon of oil, the oil weighs heavier than that. So there's not a direct technical formulation for it. And I really try to help out like that, but it's just not something that I don't think I can really do like knowing that the product can the formula can break, or you're not using enough of a certain ingredient, in particular, especially the preservative, right? And naturally says facts. Oh my God, eat your eggs and avocados, but use hydrolyzed proteins, which are amino acids on your hair. Right. Okay, I'm repping you. Thank you so much. Now I really appreciate it. You're welcome, dear. Can you recommend some water-based moisture items? My oat and aloe leave-in conditioner. This is water-based. This has just a little bit of a emulsifier because I added a little bit of oil, but this is pretty much all water and herbal extracts with aloe, rose water. Again, it has my herbal blend in it. It's a horsetail, sage, nettle, rosemary, chamomile, lavender, aloe vera juice, rose water, vegetable glycerin. This has a little bit of hydrolyzed oat protein, panthenol, and the only bit of oil is it has a little bit of emulsifier, literally a little bit, and a little bit of oil, and it's avocado oil. But that's it. This is literally just mostly a water-based leave-in, full of herbal extracts. Let's see. Okay, Dion says I have fenugreek seed capsules, but I don't like the smell of them for a leave-in. Will it help growth if taken internally? And is there a minimum amount to take daily? So fenugreek is actually really great to take internally. You can use it externally. If you have the capsules, just take them internally. It's hard to say what is a minimum amount to take because right now there is no formula, no recommendation by the FDA or whatever for how much you should be taking. So what is recommended? I would say at this point, just take what's recommended on the bottle. If the bottle says 1 a day, then just take that. Like I said, when it comes to these things, these herbal treatments, science has not necessarily caught up with where we're at, right? So once they do enough research and they say, okay, this particular amount with this particular amount, there's just not enough studies done on it. Sorry, I was reading that. She said, Michelle, you but doctor of the leave-in spray bottle you held up. It's the tape for me. No. So actually, I'm cracking up. No, I actually, whenever I mail out products, I tape the size so that way when I ship it, it doesn't like wiggle and move and unscrew. So my girlfriend was over helping me with my products because I had the sale. So she taped it up for me, and so now all of now everything I have is taped. Like these are all taped too. So everything has that tape on it. It's because my girlfriend came over to help me out because y'all had so many orders. So she taped everything. So I don't have anything that's not taped right now. So it's still good. The bottles are still good, I promise. You just untake the tape when you're ready. Okay, let me see. Just let me scroll up again. Wow, okay. Yeah, Bailey Boy says look on Amazon for a cheapie. I seen them as low as 20, 25 bucks. Right. I weigh my food for our protein count. Yep. Kate Thompson says, just started ashwagandha capsules for hair loss, bald spots. Please share your thought. Girl, ashwagandha is it. I love ashwagandha. It's great for hair loss, especially stress related hair fall. I take ashwagandha for anxiety. I have a really crazy anxiety. I also take other supplements too. I mean, and medicine from a doctor. I'm not, something I was really embarrassed to talk about and embarrassed to share for so long, but I feel like we don't talk about it, y'all. People will be out here suffering. So, you know, um, definitely great for that. Even when I was like low on my medication the other day, I took some ashwagandha, made it into a tea, laid down, and it helps like right away. Like it really helps to calm you down. But you can use that topically as well. Kate Thompson, or your bald spots? Do you know? I'm sorry. I feel like we have these conversations and it's hard every week because like different people come on. Are yours related to like what type of alopecia do you have? Do you have the CCCA, which is that crown related baldness? And did you get the blood test again to see from your doctor? Is your hair fall stress related? I'm just curious. Hey, Jessica, my girl Jessica's in here. Hey, boo. Corey says, beautiful. I'll go online for that one. Thank you. You're welcome, dear. Naturally, Nika says, you're absolutely correct. Mass, weight, volume are so different because density matters and it's different with every material. Right, right. There's Bailey Boys. They're coming again. Ashwani says, I struggle using the scale for measurements. You make it look so easy. Oh, yeah. I've been doing this for years, so I know. If you can find like little tiny, depends on what you're using, like little tiny scoopers, you can find them on Amazon. I'll probably add some to my store so you can easily measure out stuff. There's different ways so that you don't like make a mess and you're like pouring and stuff. And even before, I was like really lazy with, when I was just making products for myself, I would just pour, and if it was a little extra, I'd be like, okay, I'll just take a little out. But now that I'm formulating in bulk, I'm really, really, really specific about stuff. So that means using the correct things, using a dropper for things, because I'm not trying to waste nothing. If it's me and I have to scoop out a tape, no, you're not really supposed to mix things back into the thing. Once you pour it, you don't mix it back into the bulk. There's a lot of practices you want to do when you're formulating products, and I'm really, really particular, especially because again, formulating for me versus formulating for y'all matters. It matters. Sherry Bryan can vouch for your statement about protein. It was like a miracle when I learned to use products with protein. Okay. Breakage stopped immediately and my moisture retention was there for the first time. Yes. A lot of people are so scared of protein, but it really, really, if you're using the right ones, it can really work wonders for your hair. I said before, and I said it in that protein video, which I definitely think everyone who's nervous about it should definitely watch that video about protein treatments. It was me and my nephew in the video. He really comes on to help give a little bit of science. I was like, all right, you're gonna say this, I'm gonna say this. And but in a way that you guys can truly understand it and understand that just because your hair may hate one type of protein, like maybe your hair doesn't like soy proteins or this particular, then don't just say my hair hates proteins. You can say my hair hates soy protein, right? But I guarantee you your hair will like a certain type, one or two, and maybe actually more than that. But again, it's also going to depend on your hair needs. Is your hair breaking? You can also get protein overload, but a lot of us, I don't know, a lot of us I feel like are not using protein, so it's generally not protein overload. It's about maybe your hair doesn't like that type of protein. Yeah. Miss Only Lovey. Can you use fenugreek seeds soaked water and as a spray by itself for hydration? Yes, girl. Yes, you can use that. I actually my first video that ever popped off on my channel that like blew up my channel a lot was my fenugreek and my fenugreek water spritz. And it's literally just fenugreek soaked in water, and I added a little bit of glycerin to it and sprayed that on my hair, and people went crazy over it, which was so funny because it was such a simple recipe. But like, yes, girl, that's bomb to use. Know that fenugreek seeds can be a little bit strengthening on your hair, so you can still dilute that with a little bit of water. If you like to add some aloe to it, by all means. Okay, okay, I know you're so needy right now. You want to come say hi to everybody? You're not in the camera. He's looking at me like, no, I don't want to move. Big brat. Um, Oh, sweet lady. Sorry. Sweet lady says, I thought I was the only one, Eshmoni. I'm going to have to watch YouTube tutorial on scale measurements. Is it really hard, y'all? I guess it's hard because when I was in all my chemistry classes, we had to use that scale every time. And I used to have like 6-hour labs, 3-hour labs using scales all the time. So I think I just maybe got used to it then. Okay. Oh yeah, I get them from you like that. That John looked like you doctored up your bottle. I showed my cards. So definitely will throw some tape on something to keep using it. For scales, make sure you're zeroing out the scale right after each powder or item is added, even after adding the bowl. Correct, correct. Andrea says, can't believe it's week 7 already. I know the time is passing by so quickly. Oh, I love this journey and won't be stopping when it's done. I won't be either, girl. I'm with you on that. I've been using the MSM internally in my morning teas and smoothies, also incorporated an old method. What old method, girl? What you got? What you got? Tell me about this old method. Like sulfur 8. Sorry. Next paragraph. Like sulfur 8, mega hair treatment from Degrow and Glover's Mane, and my hair loves it. It's basically grease, but I do a leave-in spray first and the grease topically that has the MSM in it, and it's definitely making my hair thicker, thicker, thicker. Look, I'm glad you found what works for you, girl. I'm always a fan of that. If it works for you, if you like it, I love it, boo. Okay? Kay Thompson says, yes, my hair fall is stress related and at the crown. Also saw palmetto capsules and pumpkin seed oil. You're so awesome, sis. Truly appreciate your channel. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. Yeah, pumpkin seed oil is amazing. I actually just ordered, it's so funny. So I actually just ordered another bottle of pumpkin seed oil. I have so many oils, y'all. like, I know I share like really some of the stuff I have on my channel, like I have the sweet almond and avocado and castor, but I have like the barbecued oil, pumpkin seed oil, wheat germ oil, sunflower oil, in bulk. Like I have an obsession with oils, and don't let there be a sale on the website. I just be like, my husband was like, "Do you need that?" Like, shh, you don't know what I need. I'd be like, at some point, I'm gonna find something to use this with, like, because I like to do research all the time. Like, I read every single day, and I'm always reading about oils or herbs or something. Like to go to bed, I'm usually reading some nerdy article about something, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And then yeah, that's my very exciting life here. Let's see. Thank you for caring so much for making your products. It shows. You're welcome, dear. You're welcome. Sule said the struggle. I didn't know if it was me or the skin or the scale. Maybe I gotta do a scale tutorial. I never thought about that. It's so funny you say that. Um, let's see. Grover's Maine. My mom used to chase me down to put that in my hair. So smelly but effective for scalp issues. Oh, I know you got me having to think about oh, do you hear that? This is my dog farting. He's been having some serious bad gas lately. And I'm about to kick him out of the room because I'm about to sneak up in here. Um, I can look up Glover's name. I'm gonna write that down right now. Glover's name. Oh, you were talking about real old school. Oh, interesting. Um, naturally, you have anxiety. Oh my God, me too. Part of why I left. I was thinking about taking ashwagandha, but I'm a wimp with taking new things. Naturally, you could take ashwagandha, like you could take it in the pill form or the tea form. You'll be surprised at how quickly it will calm you down. It's an adaptogenic herb, so it really does work with your body, and your stress hormones and everything. It's wonderful. Also, who one of y'all recommended I got a diffuser for my essential oils. I don't know why I didn't have one. Because y'all know I buy my oils in 5-pound essential oils. I have like I said, I'm obsessed with oils. And I've been using the lavender at night. I've been putting the lavender on my wrists and putting the diffuser right by my bed. There was like one night where I was floating. I felt like I was floating so high because I had the lavender and had the lavender diffuser going, and I was like, I was laying in bed like, and I got a weighted blanket too, y'all. Got a weighted blanket. I was in la la land. I was like, happy. Definitely, I will say that naturally, Nika ashwagandha was one of the not the first herbs. I feel like I say that it wasn't one of the first herbs I tried, but it was one of the first herbs I tried for my anxiety, and I was shocked at how quickly and effectively it worked. Um, yeah. Andrea says, "Oh my God, my mom too. I remember using these products, and my hair was growing like crazy. And then as I got older, I got away from it and started into all these with chemicals, all these products with chemicals. Yeah. Faith Amani says, just to be nosy, it was chemistry or major. Ended up being my minor. It's a long story, but I actually got really, really discouraged and when I was in school when I was studying chemistry because my advisor was a white male and he was against all people of color in chemistry. And I knew what I wanted to do, and he just was not here for Black women. And it was a little rough journey, but I went back and finished and ended up having it to be my minor, but still very passionate. Still had to take all those classes, had to take all of the chemistries, and I loved it. Let me tell you, I loved it. I loved it. I did not love 6-hour labs, but you manage and 3-hour labs and you manage and I went to an Ivy school, so it was already hard being the only Black girl in class. And then and as you went to like organic chem, inorganic chem, and physical chem, like um you're not only the only Black girl, you're the only girl in class. And it's all whites and maybe some Indians in there. And it's just like, and they're all looking at you like, what are you doing here? It was definitely a journey, but I'm grateful because I learned so much about the basis of chemistry, inorganic chem, organic chem. I loved organic chem. Inorganic chem, not organic chem. Inorganic chem was fascinating. Just loved it all and learned so much. And I feel like it gave me such a great foundation for what I'm doing now. So, you know, Sherman says using grease and heavy butter has grown my hair faster. High porosity hair. Yeah, a lot of people who have high porosity hair really like using those heavier butters on their hair, which is why stated earlier, people who were saying like, "Oh, no oils and no butters," and I'm like, if it worked for you, don't let nobody else tell you otherwise. If your hair is moisturized and it's growing, your hair is flourishing, live your best life, honey. Okay, okay. Um, my brother's keeper says I'm obsessed with oils, especially fruit oils for hair and skin. I made a bomb cherry oil. Ooh, very moisturizing. And my daughter is asking about her second bottle now. Oh, a cherry oil. Now that's this. I actually started to want to try to do like cold press oils to like make them myself from plants. I'm not there yet, you know. First of all, I also am getting way busier because I've been fulfilling orders and all that. But I still got some things in store for y'all. I've got some things in store. Humble fabulous. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. Thank you, thank you. Denian says, "Hi dear, can one get to sell his products? How can one get to sell his products on Amazon?" I'm not sure. I don't sell my products on Amazon. I'm sure you can go to the Amazon website and sign up for that, but yeah, I don't know. It's not something I do. Not yet. Maybe one day. Billy Boy says, "Me, I'm an oil junkie and diffuse. The diffuser, weighted blanket, ashwagandha. Ooh, where do you get some ashwagandha gummies at? And nighttime tea with lavender milk. Help me chill out. So good." Yeah. Well, drop the ashwagandha gummies down below, Bailey. We rock out with that. I'll tell you, weighted blankets are amazing too. Now I can't sleep without it. B says, "We'll be checking out your products. Love shopping from Black businesses." Thank you, girl. And I'm having my sale still until tomorrow. So actually, I think I'm gonna leave it till tomorrow, till midnight tomorrow. So you'll have pretty much all day tomorrow. The code women for 25% off. Faith and Money says, "Michelle, I'm glad your dream is coming alive because you're good at what you do and will go far. Your humble heart deserves it." Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Denise says, "Yes, I'm glad you hung in there. Love that you know your stuff." Thank you, ladies. Bailey says, "Goldie makes the apple cider vinegar gummies, and they recently came out with the ashwagandha that has been effective for me." I'm definitely gonna check it out. I have the tea, but I'll definitely check it out. Naturally, Nick says, "I hate that they discourage you. You're amazing. Chemistry is life. Organic was my heart song." Yes, the dynamics. If the chem department can be so discouraging by certain individuals. Yeah, girl, not only that, like my other like co-advisor from like your general, she literally actually pulled me to the side and like, "Are you is he saying really bad things to me?" Because apparently someone else had complained. And she was like, Was your advice?" I said, "He was so nasty that he would not even declare me he would not let me declare my chemistry major until like he was like, "No, we're just gonna see how." He was like, "I feel like you're gonna drop out anyway." And I was like, you don't even know me from Adam. Like it doesn't matter because he just did not want women in his program, and he was so nasty. He was so nasty. And I feel like also because I was a Black woman and he was just like, he was not happy with it, but oh well. Who got the last laugh now? Look at me now, right? Now I make my own products and do my own things. And this is really when I tell you when I was younger, I said I want to make hair products, and I didn't know how that path was going to work out. And it took me till I was, I'm not no spring chicken, but it didn't matter because it was always my dream. I didn't know how it was going to come about, and um, really, I feel like it's a blessing, and I feel like where I'm at now, it's okay. Like if your dream is a little bit deferred, if it's in your 30s and you start in your dream, it's okay, right? It's your dream. There's no time limit. There's no time frame on it. So that's how I feel. Like it's okay. I'm 30. I'm 35. I'm 35, and I started my dream a little bit later in life, and that's okay. And that's okay, and I'm happy. I'm happy about it. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy that I feel like even now where I'm at, I can really give to you guys at a time maybe when I was younger, I couldn't, right? Because I had so much going on with me in my earlier life, and now I'm at a place where I can. So, time is right. Timing is everything, and this is my time. That's what I say, right? Sweet Lady says, "What are your thoughts on the pre-pooing and pH balance? If you pre-poo with a product with a pH of 4.5 to 5, will your strands receive the conditioner as it should? Should we use the apple cider vinegar treatment as pre-poo instead?" Now, this is actually a really good question. Um, I think if you pre-poo with a product with that low of a pH, maybe you should use a shampoo afterwards to kind of open those cuticles. So the conditioners are, the shampoo has a positive charge. I'm trying to remember. And the conditioner has a negative charge. So you want something to be able to bind to that. So you can pre-poo with something that has a low pH, but then I think you should shampoo your hair after that, and then so that your conditioner can bind to that, so you can get those properties from the conditioner to your hair strands. And then you can still at the end, if you want to do a final rinse with the ACV treatment. But most conditioners, well, all of my products are pH balanced with the intention to, when you finish, you rinse your hair, your cuticles should be back to a 4.5 to 5. I mean, your pH of your cuticles should be a 4.5 to 5. So, yeah. Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if you have any other questions, sweet lady. She said, haha, oh, the so-called college advisor. He didn't stop you and a bigger audience. Yeah, receive the benefits. That's right. Thanks, so-called so-called advisor. He does all a favor. We owe him one. Charles says, that's right. Do you sell your products to Canadians? Yeah, anybody. So if you're in Canada, you can purchase from our website. If you know, I'll say this, if you know somebody in Canada who sells, um, who's like a supplier that you guys trust, because I know, there's fees from shipping, internationally. Because I would like for somebody to be able to just have my products there, who a trusted vendor, right? And then you guys can just sell within Canada. So if you know someone who owns their own like hair store, preferably black owned, um, so that way you don't have to pay international stuff. But I do ship internationally for now. I'm actually currently working with someone from Ghana to try to get my products to Ghana. I do ship to Ghana, but again, like I said, not to ship to Ghana is way more expensive than to ship to Canada. But I'm actually working with them to get them to be like a supplier, so that way people in Ghana and Nigeria can actually get my products over there as well. So, I'm working on that. But yes, right now, if you want to purchase, you can. I think the rates are affordable to Canada, and if you buy in bulk, you save more money, right? M Branch says Irish sea moss has been my go-to lately. Amazing for energy as a gel and exceptional as a face mask. As a hair gel is a game changer. Much better than flaxseed for me. Do you include in your line? I currently don't have Irish sea moss like a line with that. I do have. You said that you use it in your hair. I actually have a Irish sea moss video I did almost 2 years ago, making a hair mask from it. Yeah, and I have videos how to actually make the Irish sea moss from the plant. I mean, the plant from the seaweed into the gel and all that. But I don't have any particular products currently with it. And wow, his old crinkle sour draws behind, right? P. Jones says, "You are a beautiful, wise, smart, experienced chicken, and I love it." and you, thank you, girl, thank you. Oh wow, I resonate with you with that so much. I'm 34 and began my purpose journey last year. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm excited to get your products. I've learned a lot from you. You're welcome. I'm glad. I'm glad. As I said, I feel like this time is right now. So that's right. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Hey, 80s baby. That's right. Denise says, I had the same problem in college with one of my professors in psychology, but I kept the faith, finished with a criminal major, just retired from Department of Justice. Okay, girl, that's right. That's right. I love us, and I love that we keep pushing even when we have people who are doubting us or making us feel like, we can't do it. And we can. We can. Sule says, perfect. Thank you for that pH knowledge. Makes perfect sense. You're welcome. Karen says, I find that I must use Fenugreek for the slip when using Amla Brahmi henna. Otherwise, my hair is dry for weeks. Okay, yeah, Fenugreek is great for that. It does, again, has that mucilage and that slip from it. Henna is a really strong strengthening treatment. So if you want also, in conjunction with your henna, I mean, with your fenugreek, you can use any type of conditioner into your treatments if you like as well. If you don't want to use fenugreek, let's say, and you want to try that, or just try amla brahmi and another herb because the henna can be very strengthening. TD says, "Have you ever used sea moss?" Yes, yes. I use sea moss. I think I already said it. I have a video 2 years ago I dropped of how to make a sea moss gel. I have a video of how I add it to my smoothies. I have a video of how to make the actual gel from the seaweed plant. Yes, I take sea moss gummies currently, and sometimes I add sea moss to my smoothies if I'm making smoothies. So yes, I use it a lot. Faith Amani says Africa is a raising market. Yeah, speaking of Africa, there is a big migration of African Americans heading to motherland Africa. That's cool. There's a big migration. I definitely like I don't know if y'all know, but I travel. I feel like since COVID I haven't traveled anywhere, but I travel a lot usually. And I've been to Kenya, and that's where a lot of my sometimes you see a lot of my unique jewelry I have is from Kenya. And last year I went to Morocco, and I definitely want to get back over there. I want to go to South Africa. I want to go to Ghana and Nigeria. I want to see all of that. And I think a lot of African Americans, like me, we just feel like it could maybe be a space for us there in Africa to go back home and thrive. I see a lot of people thriving over there, and I'm like, hmm. So technically, I did an ancestry thing before. Um, and of course, I feel like it always changes and everything, but they say like, "Oh, I'm from obviously West Africa," and it's range from Ghana to Nigeria to Southern Bantu, and it always fluctuates and everything. But that's why I feel like I have to go to Ghana. I have to go to Nigeria. I gotta go see, gotta go feel. Does it feel like home to me? Sophie says, "You are doing awesome. Your workout wants you to be. Yes, timing is everything. Never give up. You know your stuff. You're good. Thank you. You go, Queen. God bless. Your knowledge is power." That's right. That's right. Bailey Boys, so a trusted source for CMOS. I feel like since everyone and their mom is making it, I'm having trust issues and worried about. Yes, I do have only two sources I'll give you that I trust. This is a POB for CMOS. I'm very trusted. Okay, hers, and I'm going to tell you my Temple's food. She makes the CMOS gummies, so I'm about to drop in the chat for y'all. She makes the CMOS gummies. She has CMOS gel, and she actually has a CMOS, and she's a conscious crispus CMOS. Yeah, I've actually known her when me and her used to live in New York together, and she's from the Caribbean, and I definitely trust her source. Mm. Okay, yeah. Rosalind, the woman I dropped in the chat, she's the one who sells the CMOS gummies. Where can I get CMOS? Okay. All right, you guys. Do you guys have any other questions for me? I know we talked about MSN, then we went off on paths. I kind of like it that way. Is there anything else you guys um have or want to say? Naturally, Nika said I really want to go back to Africa. Where have you been in Africa? Where have you been? You're welcome, Rosalind. Does anyone else love to travel? I really, really love to travel, and you know, this current COVID restrictions is killing my vibe. But I think a lot of people are getting the vaccine, and so you know, um, we might be able to be traveling once again very soon. Humble Fan, is your newest hair mask up on the site? Yes, it's up on the site, girl. You better go ahead and get. You better go ahead and get yours. Well, especially while we're having our sale. Relationship says, how do you deal with? Oh, message was retracted. I don't know. I don't know. So, okay. I was just looking at my messages. All right. Does anyone else have any more? Let me see. Just made my first purchase from you. Got the deep conditioner, leave, and butter. Okay, girl. Thank you for supporting, girl. Thank you. Thank you. As soon as I leave here, I feel like let me go. Let me go make some more products because I know y'all about to keep me busy over the next week, and I appreciate every last bit of it. Um, Okay, so fish and chips is back. Let's see. How do you deal with dry gray hair? So this is actually, it's funny you say that. This is actually what I'm currently working on. I'm actually probably going to drop something. I'll probably drop a DIY and then maybe one product starting with you guys. But I feel like dry hair, and I'm probably going to need some testers. Dry gray hair has been the new thing a lot of people have been asking me, and I feel like um, it's so different from our regular hair. It is something that I'm still investigating, but sorry, I just keep having this like a little bit of indigestion, I think. How often are you deep conditioning your hair? Do you find that products make your hair yellowish, like a yellowish tint in your hair? I know that gray hair is tends to be more wiry and more like a little bit more crazier than other hair. Like, how often are you deep conditioning and how often are you moisturizing your hair? What products are you using? And yeah, just along those lines, I just need a little bit more information about what you're currently doing with your hair. Um, have you ever thought about using magnesium in your hair product? I definitely have. I'm thinking about doing a product with MSM magnesium and biotin. Um, but I'm still kind of thinking about it. I'm still kind of researching a little bit more which product would be best for it, like a deep conditioner or a leave-in or twist cream. Why? What are the effects of leaving that on your hair long term versus in a rinse out product? So I'm doing a little bit more research about that. Like definitely magnesium along with MSM actually is wonderful for your hair. Also wonderful to be taken together internally. So Naturally Nika says South Africa, Pretoria, and Cape Town. Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. I would love to go all those places. Girl, you gotta message me. When you go, maybe I'll pop in with you. Maybe we will ride out together. How would you moisturize high porosity hair daily? So I would definitely do, if I were you, I would do the LOBA method, which I would do a liquid leave-in, a water-based leave-in. I would start with the leave-in conditioner, right? And then I would use some type of twisting cream or my oat and aloe twist cream, and then use a butter to seal your hair. And then I would follow it up with some type of acidic rinse to lay those cuticles down, right? And this doesn't fully lay them down, but it helps them to close. So you could use an aloe vera, like a little bit of aloe vera and water, like 3/4 aloe vera, 1/4 water, or apple cider vinegar, just a little teeny tiny. Y'all really don't, and it's so crazy when people were talking about, oh, I do apple cider vinegar rinse, and I probably did this at one point, like 1 tablespoon to 4 tablespoons of water. You don't need that much. Apple cider vinegar is so you can use like a little tiny bit, and it will help seal those cuticles down. So I would do that, and you probably don't even after you do that, you probably can get away with not moisturizing your hair every day because that should really kind of like lock in that moisture, seal those cuticles. But then once your hair gets dry again, I would definitely start with a water-based leave-in that definitely has some type of acid in it. When I say acid, I'm thinking like aloe vera or apple cider vinegar to get that moisture back into your hair, and then re-moisturize again with some type of cream. But always water-based if you're going to re-moisturize again. Okay, so all of my leave-in conditioner is water-based. My twist cream is water-based. So definitely find products that are water-based and then seal again with some type of butter. Um, oh, I'm so thankful for those words of encouragement. I want to cry. I was feeling like giving up on my dream job. With your encouragement, I'm going to work hard to finish school and just do it. Thanks. Yeah, girl, just do it. Just do it, Jessica. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep fighting. And it doesn't matter if you're 30 when you finish, if you're 40 when you're finished, if that's what you want to do, you can do it. You can. It's never too late. It's never too late. And maybe at that point in your life, maybe when you're at wasn't the right time. And now's the right time. So go ahead and finish, girl. You got this. Fish and Chip says, I want to be a tester, please. Okay. You can message me on Instagram. It's all my information is the same. I actually have two other people who message me. So once I get that ready for y'all, um, we can definitely work that out. Sankat says, where are you from? I was born in America, unfortunately. The product of slavery, unfortunately. But my family, I was born in actually El Paso, Texas. My dad was in the military, and in my ancestry, I did my ancestry, so technically, but it's really hard to say that because, like I said, they change. When I say all the time, because as more people do tests, they're like, okay, you're from here. And then more people do tests and they say that. I actually want to try the one, I think it's like African ancestry, because I believe that they're more accurate and they can also give you like what tribe you're from. So yeah, but right now, from what I do know, okay, from the last I'm pulling up the results. From the last time I saw it, it says 39% from Nigeria, and then 31% from Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu. Um, and then there's, of course, so the white side of my family from slavery. Uh, I have 8% from England, 8% from Ivory Coast and Ghana, 3% from Benin and Togo, 3% from Mali, 2% from Scotland, 2% from Ireland, and 1% from Spain, 1% from Southern Bantu people, 1% from Sweden, 1% from Norway. Those are my current results. But like I said, again, in a few, I'm sure as more people do tests, those results will probably change a little. But that's currently where it's at. But I was born in America, so I don't technically know. The MSM College Pumpkin Protein has helped with the dry gray hair growing back. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Hello, everyone. Hi, Kenny. Love from Bilai, India. Oh, from India. Okay, wonderful. My brother's keeper. That's what I'm currently using right now. This challenge is the magnesium flakes. Are you taking them? Are you just diluting them in your hair products, or how are you using the magnesium flakes? Ash Money says I purchased hair gummies with collagen and collagen peptides powdered. Do you think it would be too much if I took both? No, I don't think it'd be too much. It depends on how much how much collagen is it. I purchased hair gummies because I take sometimes it's not collagen, but I do one of the pills that I take has collagen in it. Um and I think it says it's like 500 grams or 500% of collagen. I don't know. I don't know. There's no technical formula right now for supplements, so people can say there's whatever amounts. I feel like not most, but for some things, your body will just pee out or excrete out what it can't take. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. P. Jones says for Jessica, don't give up. We are pulling with you and for you. We want and need your dream. That's right, girl. In Branch, in order to keep my grays in check, I wash hair every 3 days, deep condition each wash, and use powdered black carbon in my shampoo to keep it bright. Use leave-in butter gel. Okay. She got a routine over here, sis. National Nika says facts. So he catching flights out these outside cooties. Once these outside cooties are under control. Okay. Because I'm done. I'm done being home. Okay. But I need everything to be safe before I leave. Fish and Chip says, now on Instagram, how else can I contact you to be a tester? You can message me at NowIamNappy@gmail.com. Okay, Patricia says, how do you test the pH when the cream you have made is so thick? I'm thinking of testing pH of the water phase before heating, then combining. Would that work? No, what you do is you dilute so put a portion, it's a 1-to-9 ratio. Okay, so one portion of the cream versus 9 parts water. So I will do 1 gram of the cream, 9 parts water, dilute that, test the pH of it. But if you're worried about my cream, all of my stuff is pH balanced. But if you want to test it, by all means, you can test it. But that's how you would test creams and stuff. But you can't test products that are not water based. So don't. If you have an oil, you can't test it. Okay. you have a butter, you can't, without any type of water, it can't test it. So they have to have a water in it to be able to test the pH of a product. Patricia says, let's get these likes up. Woo woo. Humble Fabulous says, yes, a yellow tint, sometimes a funny dark reddish color too after I try to dye it. Huh. You try to dye it what color? Like black? Dark brown? Let me know. Okay, how long I don't know why I was expecting an answer right away. This delay on YouTube is be real crazy sometimes. How long did it take for you to see results with the MSM flakes? A lot of people saw results within a month, 3 weeks to a month. I haven't measured my hair. I've done like preliminary like pulls on my hair, but I haven't done my last one check. I'll be doing that next week. So but a lot of people said 3 weeks to a month. They saw results right away. Ash Money says, okay, thank you. And actually Nika said, man, my whole being just want to go into my DNA and just rip out the Caucasian one. Naturally, Nika, girl. I always say that. Oh, those white ancestors. And you know the story of the white part is real crazy in my family. So yes, the slave owner who fell in love with my great 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 grandmother. Right. Anyways. Hi Octavia, how are you, dear? Oh yes, I forgot. But whoever's on here, let's see. Let me finish reading this. But I do have something for you guys. Diluted with teas and fenugreek. Okay. Just oil twisting cream and deep conditioner. Thanks for shipping in Canada. You're welcome, dear. I did the 1:9 ratio and it didn't work. Patricia, would it be a good idea to hold up. The 1% cream to 9 ratio, the two did mix, and I could only measure the water, and it was perpetually at the pH of 7. Um, what product were you using? Did the product have water in it already? Okay, so let me go back up. Hold up. Would it be a good idea to put a tiny bit of apple cider vinegar in the fenugreek MSM spray? It could be for your hair, as long as you put just a tiny bit, because you know that apple cider vinegar smell is potent, really potent. So if you have aloe, you can add some aloe to that instead. But if you have the apple cider vinegar, you don't mind, you can get just a little bit of it in it. That should work very well for you. And what I was going to tell y'all is that I'm giving away two of my conditioner bars. I was like, what are they called? So the ones I made last week, I made so many of them and y'all were really, really excited. And so I actually gave two of them away on Instagram. And it was on an Instagram story. I just kind of did it randomly. And it was kind of like if you watch my story and you responded, um, you got a bar. That was it. It was like 24 hours, whoever did. So I gave away two of them there, and I'm going to give away two of them here. At the end of the chat, I'm literally just going to scroll up and scroll down through the chat. If you commented, I'm going to pick two, and I'm going to just post y'all in the community tab. Okay. So if you want to say something, if you want to possibly win it, fine. Even if you've commented already, you'll be entered to this. But that's it. I'm going to just scroll up and down. As soon as the chat is over, I'm going to scroll up and down, pick two, and you'll get to try out the conditioner bars. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, definitely check out my last video I uploaded last week. It's basically a conditioner in bar form. I made two types now. Again, like remember, this one has a little bit of a hole in it from when I spilled it. But yeah, they gave me the same amount of effects. So you might get this one or you might get this one. It doesn't matter because the benefits were bomb either way. Had a lot of slip, zero waste. Yeah. So if you wanna try it, just comment. If you already commented, you'll be entered. Again, I'm gonna pick two names at the end of this chat because why not? Like I said, I made 8 of them and they last for quite some time, and I'll probably have them for God knows how long because I made 8 of them, and it's just me using it. Okay, my husband's bald. I don't know if y'all know, my husband's bald, so he'll use none of my products. So yes. um, let's see. The community tab is on my It's right on my YouTube page. So if you go to my YouTube page and there's a tab called Community. Did you see today where I said join us today for our live at 1:30 p.m.? I'm talking to you, P. Jones. Sorry. If you saw that comment there, that's technically the community tab. I don't know how it comes up for you guys. Maybe can you not see it? I wonder if I at you. Um, like when I do it, I'll try to at your names so that way you should get a notification. You know what I'll do? I'll just post it under this video in the comment. I'll tag the comment. I won't make it complicated. I won't make it complicated. As soon as this video is finished, I'll scroll up, scroll down, pick two names, and put it in the comment section of this video. I'll I'll um I'll tag that to the top, the first comment. Okay, so you guys won't miss it. Try to at you guys so that way it will pop up on your thing. Okay. All right. Let me scroll back up. By the way, I regularly made your fenugreek and castor oil, and it's fantastic. It cured my sister's postpartum shedding, and it's been amazing for everyone I make it for. Thank you so much for that oil. You're so welcome. That makes me so happy. My brother's keeper, have you seen a rate increase using the magnesium flakes? Example, half an inch normal rate goes to 1 or 1.5 per month. Cheryl says just started the MSM. Okay, girl, good job. So yes, girl, love. Sherman says, me, I'm in. Okay, I want one. All right, all right. Patricia says, I made the cream myself. It's a water and oil formula. The cream was so thick, so I'm worried what my formula will be doing to my hair. I've been told there is a special cream electrode for testing. Yeah, you can definitely get the electrode for testing. You can get them. I'm actually about to get one too. Lotion Crafter. Lotioncrafter.com. They sell one. I think also Bulk Apothecary sells one too. You put the thing right into your formula. It's like a long stick like that. I know I am not describing this at all well, but yes, you can get one of those. I'm going to drop it into the chat box for you guys because I know I just sounded crazy and you're probably like, "What are you talking about, Michelle?" I have no clue. But that's where you can get one. I've seen it, and it's definitely more accurate than even the strips because it'll give you a readout of the actual like number. So each they might be better one. Let me see. So that's the electrode. Sorry, I'm talking to you guys as if you can see my screen here. Let me see. Maybe I saw it on Amazon, the one I'm thinking of. Okay, so maybe not the one on Lotion Crafter. I mean, this one, I'm sure the one on Lotion Crafter is fine, but I'll find the one on Amazon and I'll put it into my Amazon store. Then I'll drop it in the description box for you. Okay, because you're right. There's definitely one that you can use for creams, and it reads out. It's like a thing. It's a little bit expensive, but if you're making products and you really want to know better than just the pH strips, you can definitely try that. Tanya says, yes, we'd love to try the conditioning bar. Yay. Okay. Okay. I am using MSM right now with vitamin C. I'm excited for the results. Okay, Marjorie, I'm glad. I'm glad you're joining us. P. Jones Community tab, where is that? It's okay, P. Jones. I'm just gonna make a comment out of it. I don't want to confuse y'all. Y'all looking at me like I'm crazy. Tanya says, need that slip. Yeah, that thing was so crazy. I was shook. I was hesitant. I didn't think it was gonna be so good, but it was really great. Magnesium flakes diluted with fenugreek, hibiscus, and amla. Okay. Fenugreek and Mbunu is my favorite. Oh yes. Well, you just gave me a great idea, Shalette. Jessica says, are they moisturizing? Oh, yeah. If you look at my last video from last week's Tip Tuesday, I show you how to make and use a conditioner bar. They are crazy moisturizing, and the slip was insane. Like you could just, I was just going crazy with that thing. Like yes. Um, And it's great because all you need to do is run it over your strands. Like in that video, I learned like you don't need to use so much of it, and yo, undeniable results. So I'm glad, and this will also give me opportunity time to get it out there. A lot of people said they were really interested in trying also zero waste products. A lot of people were telling me, go ahead and sell that conditioner bar. And I like to do a little bit of testing before I just like sell products. So this will also be a good way for you guys to try it and tell me your thoughts. Let me know. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna pick people when this is over. And yeah, where will it be posted? It will be posted in the comment section, girl. Don't worry. I'm not gonna make this confusing. As soon as the video is over, I'm gonna just pick two people and comment. Uh, sure, I will give you a good review. But I love to try your stuff. I watched the video of you making these bars. Thanks for all your amazing recipes. I'm in Scotland though, too far away for cheap shipping. Oh, woo, girl, yeah, Patricia. I'll tell you this, if I have to ship to Scotland, I might as well throw something else in the bag because that's a long way. Charlotte says trying the conditioner bar formula today. Oh, Charlotte, please let me know your results. Please, girl. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Karen says yes, Egypt. Are you in Wait, Karen Johnson, are you in Egypt? Let me find out. Girl, we all over the place here. And that's just tell him he needs a shiny scalp. Condition that scalp buds. Yeah, yeah. Homophilic says, would coconut MCT oil be a good emulsifier in any aspect of all of this? Mm, I believe the coconut MCT oil is not an emulsifier. I believe it's. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, I don't think from what I'm just looking at it. The MCT just means that it's medium chain triglycerides. I don't think that this is the emulsifier at all, actually. I think this is important for people who are taking it who can't break down certain parts of the fatty acids in coconut oil. I mean, I have to do a little. This is literally from me just scrolling really quickly on it, but I think it's good for like internal use for your body, and I'm sure it probably has some benefits for the hair, but not as an emulsifier. Um, Sweet Lady says the community tab is on the main page. If you're on a desktop, click on Now I'm Nappy by her lovely picture, and this will take you to the main page. Yay, yeehaw. Thanks for the info, Michelle. I'll check out the electrode. Thanks for putting that in the chat. You're welcome. Marilyn Asa, your hair oil. SA? Marilyn, what are you saying? I've been putting a small amount in my Fenugreek Msm spray. That's great. You should do that. That's a really good way to use it. Janita says, okay, I ordered the wash bundle earlier this week and just ordered the oat protein conditioner today. You can package together. Okay, thank you, girl. I will. I definitely will. Fish and Chips says, can you reduce pH balance with citric acid and what's the ratio? Fish and Chips, I actually have a video all on this, all on pH balance, how to add it to your products, how to raise the pH, how to lower the pH. You know your girl got you, okay? All the stuff that when you probably first saw the video, you were just like, who needs this information? And then now later on, you're like, oh, I do. So I'm gonna drop the video in the chat for you, okay? And I show you how to use it. I show you how to even make a base. So if your product is too low of a pH, like let's say you accidentally add too much citric acid, which let me tell you, citric acid can make your pH a 2 very quickly. It is very, very powerful. You need like the teeniest bit of citric acid. So let's say you accidentally use too much, you can use sodium hydroxide in a water dilution, and I show you all in the video how to make it. So to raise it back up to a 4.5 to 5. I got y'all. Let me scroll. Okay. Okay. Can you read it? Okay. Your hair oil saved my crown this winter from excessive dryness and itching. Yay! I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Cheryl says, "Oh, I gotta see the other videos." Yes, girl, I have a ton of videos on my channel. Some are about pH, some are about, um, I mean, they range from everything, not just Ayurvedic hair care, but like DIY product formulation, the importance of pH, the importance of scalp care, the importance of oils, the importance of preservatives. I have so many videos on a range of topics. Justina says, "I'll be happy to try it." Okay. Naturally, Nika. Thank you for that. My pH meter is on the fritz, so I need a new one. A new one. Yeah, yeah. It's time. It's time. I need one too. pH. I'm trying to remember the brand that I really wanted. Don't worry. I'll find it and I'll put it for y'all. You can reduce the pH with citric acid, but the ratio is dependent on your formulation. That's why it's important to test it. Yes, very important to test it. And also very important for you to not just put citric acid into your formula. And I state that in the video. You make your solution separately, and then you get a dropper and drop slowly in there to test. Do not put citric acid into a thing because you have no control over it. And then, like I said, then you'll make that pH so low and so quickly because pH, I think citric acid has a pH of 2, and sis, your product will be like, no. So it's, and remember, the pH of the product is not just for your hair and scalp, which is also really important, but it's also dependent upon the preservative that you use, right? Every preservative has a range of pH. So if you're using Optifen, I believe the range is like it's good between 4 to pH 8 or 9. So like that's also dependent. That's also part of the formulation process is knowing the pH and why the pH should be that. We also want it to be scalp healthy, but we also want it to match for the preservative that you're using in your products. I see you, Jessica. Pick me, pick me. Okay, pick two. Let me be one of them. I make a bar of the Fenugreek and Ambuno and add it to my pre-poo conditioner. Ooh, Shalak, that sounds really amazing. Like I said, you made my little brain go ding with ideas. Sassy Ruby says, "Pick me." Okay, I got you, girl. Thanks. Jessica says, "I've definitely seen the growth of my hair and looks thicker since taking the MSN. I'm glad." Says, "You're welcome." It's BTMS 50 and emulsifier alone. I want to ask you this for a while now. Yes, BTMS 50. You do not need to technically add anything else. It is a powerful emulsifier on its own, so you could just use that. It's a combination of, I believe, bentonite methyl sulfate, butylene glycol, and one more thing, and cetyl alcohol. So yes, it's a common. That's what BTMS 50 is. So yes, that alone is enough to emulsify products. You don't need to add anything else. What you see sometimes me doing is adding a cold emulsifier, and I'll add sometimes cetyl alcohol to it. That's my preference because it does have some more conditioning properties, but it's not needed. It's not needed. Mm. Doesn't matter if you use citric acid powder or liquid. It doesn't matter as long as you're making the solution separate from your product. So again, like you'll see in the video that I do, I make like 3 little like small bowls of it so you can test it out and test the pH of each of them as you're making them. And then once you get the pH that you want, then you can slowly and still very, 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 very slowly add it to your product. Okay. Just get a dropper. Hopefully you have some droppers. If not, they're on Amazon. I'm going to add some more to my store. The little mini droppers I have probably have hundreds of them lying around. So you can add it a little bit at a time because the pH can change very quickly in your products. Patricia says, "Yes, I watch your pH videos. You really help me understand the importance of getting a balanced formula right for your hair." Good, good, good. I remember you talking about MSN and dreams, and girl, it took me a couple of times and I had some dreams. Yes, yes. Actually, it's funny because last night I didn't have a bad dream. I just had a really vivid dream last night. It was like somebody from my childhood telling, like, scolding me about something. It was very interesting, but yeah, I'm glad. I think Justina, over time, your dream should like level out. Um, Especially like I said, as your body gets used to you taking it. I think that initial response is almost like a detox, and your body's saying, "Oh, what's this?" The research is not, they cannot find out why our dreams are impacted by it, but for whatever reason, they are for a lot of people. Not everybody, but All right. So does anyone have anything else? I'll wait because I know there's a delay from me asking questions to this, but let me know if you have any other questions. And once it's over, I'm going to scroll and pick two names. So. Patricia says, I stopped final rinsing with apple cider vinegar as it really damaged my hair. Now I make sure I test the pH to make sure it's not too low. Yes, yes. And that's what I was, Patricia, that's what I was stating earlier. A lot of people were using it in such a high concentration. I was really worried for their hair because a lot of people were just using like a 50-50 ratio of apple cider vinegar to water. And I was like, that is extremely acidic to do. But that's like also, I would say, the natural hair community using misinformation constantly and saying things that are not necessarily wrong, but like also not knowing, like, let me test the pH of it to make sure that it's not too low and I'm actually causing damage to my hair. So yeah. Miss Only Lovely One. Using almond and fenugreek with henna, do they work good together? I heard almond is good for color. I'm joining the crew of Pick Me, please. Yeah, girl, you can use almond, fenugreek, and henna. They work amazing together. If you look at my 2 weeks ago, I did a video on Ayurvedic herbs for hair growth. I think it was like a mask. And all those herbs were in that mask. Yes, they are bomb. You're going to get hair growth. Amla and fenugreek are great for those who have damaged scalps. Those are strengthening treatments. Amla and henna together also phenomenal. They work together. The henna is actually what's going to give you the color. Henna actually has blossom dye in it. It binds to the keratins in your hair strand, and they give you those like reddish highlights. I don't know if you can see kind of right here some of those reddish highlights. That's from the henna. So my hair is just in these twists. I had them pinned up in the back. Yeah. So I have sister locks. Only a year into my journey, my scalp itches so bad. Could I use MSM in my water bottle to spritz my locks? Yes, you can. If you're also dealing with the itchy scalp, you can throw in some neem powder into your spray bottle and some neem or some tulsi to really kind of deal with the itchies. I don't know what your itchies are coming from. I don't know how often you're shampooing your hair and cleansing your hair. I know with sister locks, I know in the lock journey, you have to stop doing certain things and can and can't. So I'm not sure where you are in your journey in the sense of how, like, do you have budding or is your hair fully locked? How often can you wash your hair? But you may need to increase how often you're washing your hair. And yeah, you can use the MSM, but I definitely investigating some herbs that help with scalp issues. I have a video on making like a DIY spritz for your hair and an oil that is focused specifically on a dry and itchy scalp. Um, Kenny says, this makes sense. I destroyed some DIY products using both, and my hair was full of residue. I'm going to use either or now. By the way, my breast size went from a C to a D on Amazon. Don't say that, Kenny. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very, very, very busty. Like my whole family, everybody in my family is very, very busty. I cannot afford to go up anymore in breast size due to MSM. But so far I haven't noticed that. So far I haven't. So, I'm gonna say a prayer that doesn't happen. It can go to my butt though if it wants to, but it can't. I don't need any help. My family was abundantly, overly, excessively blessed in that area. They can take it back. It's too much. Um, I've been told using the MSM powder along with the vitamin C, yeah, my bald spot in the back of my head doesn't seem to be affected. Rosalind, you're like I mentioned before, the bald spot is your bald spot here in your crown. That could be due to a number of things, and topical treatments or even taking MSM is not going to fix what could be wrong with your hair. Your hair could be, I don't know if you saw my CCCA video, which is that crown related baldness, and that's that baldness right here. That can be due a lot to hormone deficiencies or thyroid issues, vitamin deficiencies. There's a lot of underlying causes with that, and putting something topical on your hair or taking a treatment is not going to really impact that unless you get to the core of what's causing that. Okay. So I would definitely go back to your doctor, run them blood tests, okay? Get checked out, find out what's going on internally, and deal with that. And that should really help you with the hair loss, okay? Because like again, the MSN is not going to, it's not some magical cure. What we have a lot of with Black women, we found out a lot of us have the same similar issues. Like I have iron deficiency, and when my iron is low, I start to get that same issue. Vitamin D, B12 deficiencies, all of those things can cause hair fall. So definitely find out what's going on with you, girl. Jackie Robinson, I am. Christine White, it stings your eyes. What's going on? What stings your eyes? Okay, BTMS 50 is quickly becoming my favorite emulsifier. Yeah, girl, BTMS 50 is it. It's some people find it hard to find if you're out of the states, but if you're in the states, you can easily find this product, and it's BTMS 50 is one of the most conditioning emulsifiers out there. It's a little bit more pricey, but the conditioning effects are amazing because it does have a good amount of cetyl alcohol in it, and that's bomb for like reducing static in your hair. Also great for helping you smooth the hair cuticle down. Really bomb emulsifier, which is why I use it. Shalette says, please talk more about dual preservatives when using herbs. Oh, I scrolled up too far. Gosh darn it. Okay. Are hard to preserve items. Please talk more about dual preservatives. Okay, yeah, I can talk about that. So, okay, anytime you're using fresh ingredients in your products, you need to preserve along the way. So anything fresh that you make, and this is something I've learned, and I'll definitely making sure in any videos that I do forward that I'm using this as well. It's easy when you're making it for yourself because I can use up the product, the DIY right away. But if you're using this to sell out to people, you want to make sure you're preserving along the way. So if you have aloe vera and you're using fresh aloe vera plant, you need to preserve that aloe vera plant, that whatever. So if you scrape the plant from that, you weigh that out, scrape it out into a bowl, weigh it out, then preserve that alone, okay? The same thing. If you're using herbal extracts that are not preserved, like you're making them yourself, you're making your teas and all that. Two things I need you to understand: if you're going to make some type of herbal tea mixture into your products, you have to make sure you use boiling water when you're making your tea. Okay, that is going to help kill some of the other bacteria and stuff, because even though we're using tea mixtures, we don't know if they're contaminated or not, which is important, and which is why when you make that tea, you need to then use boiling water, and then once, according to whatever preservative you're using, you need to preserve that tea mixture. So you have to preserve each ingredient separately, okay? Now you have your mixtures. Now, what's important is that generally you want to use a preservative that is not heat sensitive. Okay, because what happens is if you add those water phases to your product and then you heat it up, and then the preservative is heat sensitive, right? You destroy the preservative, and it's like you didn't add a preservative in the first place. So it's kind of silly, but I want you to be aware of that. And some preservatives that are not heat sensitive, OptiFin Plus can be, but I believe it's below a temperature of 70 degrees Celsius. It's 80 or 70 degrees Celsius, so you can use that. I use GeoGuard Ultra, and that one is a great preservative because it's not heat sensitive. You can go up to, I think, like 90 degrees Celsius on that. So those are great, and they're water based. Those are water based preservatives. You don't have to worry about adding oil to the GeoGuard Ultra. And to me, that's a perfect addition. And then when you formulate your entire product, you have to use a product at the end to cover the entire batch. Okay, so that's what I'm calling using like a dual preservative. I hope that kind of makes sense. But yeah, you can also use synthetic preservatives. Now, a lot of you guys are maybe hesitant about synthetic preservatives, but they can have a purpose, especially when you're using hard to preserve hard to preserve products, because you'll contaminate them and you won't even know. And I tell people, just because there's not mold or bacteria you can physically see doesn't mean that they're not growing in your products. Okay. And two of the things, I actually just got my liquid Dermal Plus in, and I'm really, really excited about that, because that is heat sensitive, but it is also a synthetic preservative. It's a little bit stronger than some of the other preservatives I have, and me now. I have a full chemist lab now. It's really real out here. But yeah, you just want to make sure that you preserve along the way when you're using fresh ingredients, okay? And still, the best thing I can say to do is after you do that, what you can do is you can either send out your product to a lab, like if you're planning on selling, this is if you want to plan on selling your product. Send your product to a lab and have them test it, okay? To make sure if you're going to go the whole process of just using that, then do that. But if you're going to sell, I highly recommend using a vendor that's already preserving their products. Like a lot of the places that I get my stuff from, I buy my herbal extracts from them and they're already preserved. Okay. Because I know that they know how to properly preserve it. It's tested and they'll tell you tested by such and such. So I know for sure that I'm not giving you guys some contaminated products. Um, so yeah, I know I went on a long tangent, but let me know if that kind of makes sense. It's really about preserving along the way when you're using fresh ingredients. So you have that aloe, you preserve that. You have that tea mixture you're making, preserve it. And when you make tea, you have to use boiling water to make the tea. Okay. Otherwise, you don't know what you can do, and you can cause further contamination because the herb that you could be mixing could already be contaminated, and then now you're putting contamination upon contamination. Just terrible. TD says, I really can't stand the smell of fenugreek. Any suggestions? You can use like floral essential oils to help with the smell of fenugreek or stop using it. What was your intent of using the fenugreek for strength? You can try other herbs. Brahmi is good for strength. Alma is good for, it does have some strengthening, but Brahmi is also, alma is also great for hair fall, hair growth. Henna is good for strength. It depends on what you're using fenugreek for. I can give you some other suggestions if you just can't get past the smell. What are your thoughts of sunflower lecithin as an emulsifier? I don't know much about it. I've definitely read about it, but I don't remember. Let me see. I'm not gonna like look up too much. I just, you know me, I have to just like do a brief. Oh, it's dehydrated sunflower and separated into 3 parts, oil, gum, and solids. Oh, it's like a gum. Okay. Hmm. I don't know if you can probably use it as an emulsifier for like full oil and water. It probably makes like a gum gel from what I could see just briefly. I just scrolled. I'm curious. Now you know what I'll do? I'll go look it up. I'll do some more research and I'll come back. I'll come back for you and let you know for sure. But it sounds like it makes like a gum, like a gel almost. I wonder if it kind of is like the what's that emulsifier? And what's that why is my brain not working? Let me grab it real quick because it's over here. Oops, sorry, Night. What is this? Oh, the xanthan gum. That's what it is. I wonder if it's similar to xanthan gum. Like, we use this and when you we mix this with the water and it makes like that gel and it can help even bind like oils and waters together. I wonder if it's like that. I don't know much about it, but sweet lady, I'll definitely look into that, okay? Christine says, you can add organic indigo powder in a 2-step process for a dark brown, black color. Christine, yes, if you're talking about henna, yes, you can. You can. I have a video about that using henna indigo to get black hair. TD said try adding essential oil. Right. Carrie says I was using MSM and vitamin C in a smoothie every day, and the dreams I had made me. Yeah, Carrie. How much were you taking at that time? Because in the beginning, we recommended introducing MSM slowly into your hair regimen because you can have crazy dreams. We actually started out with 1/8 of a teaspoon every other day, and then gradually went to 1/8 of a teaspoon, and now to the point where we're at. So yeah, if you definitely slowly introduce to it, you should really not have any crazy dreams. Take it earlier in the day. Again, start off with that every other day into your regimen. Crystal said, thank you so much. You're welcome, dear. I tried a 10% solution of apple cider vinegar and my scalp cussed me out so badly. I will never do that to myself again. Yeah. Naturally, Nika, yeah. You really need like such a small dose of apple cider vinegar. Yeah. Kenny said, "It's true. I noticed the breast size yesterday." Kenny, if you don't go somewhere, I'm trying to decrease, not increase them. Okay, decrease. Creative sis. Glad I can spark creativity. Awesome, awesome. What's going on? Okay. Hey, good evening. Now, join. Question: if your hair feels rough, dry, and snapping all the time, what that could be? Tammy, probably not getting enough moisture. Gonna guess you're probably not deep conditioning your hair enough. I would definitely recommend weekly wash days, cleansing, deep conditioning every time you wash your hair, using a plastic cap with heat or steam, and then moisturizing your hair with water-based products, um, water, cream, oil, or water, oil, cream, whichever technique works best for you. Looking for ingredients to have moisturized, looking for products that have moisturizing ingredients. Of course, I could recommend my line. It's infused with Ayurvedic herbs, but always, always, always use a water-based ingredient first and foremost in your hair. Christine says the ACV. Let me see. What am I missing? It stings. Oh, the ACV stings your eye. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, it can. It definitely can. It's very acidic. It's very acidic. How can I get rid of excess shedding? Um, what's causing the shedding? I mean, it's really hard to say. How can you get rid of it? Is your hair breaking? Is it shedding from the roots? Are you dealing with like breakage towards the ends of your hair? Did you just have a baby? Is there a hormones involved? Is there something like shedding can be when you say that, it could be a number of reasons. We're talking about vitamin deficiencies, um, thyroid issues, if you just had a baby. Um, my number one thing I probably would say is then go to the doctor first and foremost. Make sure there's nothing going on internally with you. That means make sure if it just came out of nowhere, you're just living your life and one day it's like, bam, your hair starts shedding like crazy, then go to your doctor because that sounds like that's an internal issue that you probably should deal with. And generally, once you get said issue handled, like for me, like when I had excessive shedding and crown breakage and damage, it was due to my anemia, hair loss, and so my iron anemia in particular. And so once my iron levels got up, then my hair growth became came back. So yeah. Cool. Cardinal pick. Okay. Have you tried Verisoft EQ65? I haven't tried that, Shalette. Definitely heard about it. There's so many products out there. There's so many ingredients, emulsifiers, and stuff. I haven't tried it yet. No, no. Thank you for speaking on the dual preservatives. I just encountered this issue and didn't understand what was going on. Now I know to preserve along the way. Yes, yeah. And make sure, like I said, make sure you try to find some heat um, when you're preserving it along the way. I'll show you the preservatives that I also use. Where's my jewel card? Okay, maybe not. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's over here. Oh, it's over here. Nope. No, here it is. Oh, sorry. Sorry, baby. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. So this is my GeoGuard Ultra Powder. This is not heat sensitive, so you can add this to the water phase of your you can add this to the water phase of your stuff when you're preserving. Okay. Justina says, "How often do you recommend natural girls wash their hair?" I normally go 2 to 3 weeks. Oh, do you think? Sorry, I have to climb over this stuff. Do you think I should wash my hair more often? Um, yes, I'm gonna say yes. But okay, let me tell you why. Your hair probably gets a lot of buildup in your hair on your scalp. Are you are you having any other type of scalp issues or anything that's going on? Maybe I should ask you that first. I personally am a fan of washing hair once a week because I think that is your scalp can create lots of things on your scalp, bacteria, fungus, all this other things. And the longer sometimes you go without washing it, your hair then lacks number one, like true hydration. Watch, because wash days when your hair fully gets hydrated. and the cleansing of the scalp to remove bacteria and fungus and any other type of issues. And also, again, for that true hydration, because during that stage is when you really can get that, deep conditioner in your hair, really moisturize that hair strands. I guess my question is, are you suffering from any type of dryness issues? How is your hair thriving off of 2 to 3 weeks? Um, thank you. Okay. Oh, Naturally Nika says it does make a gel type mixture, not smooth like creams. Okay, yeah. Just from literally just reading it that quickly, that's what I assumed it did. But that's what I said. I hadn't done enough research about it, but I had a feeling. Um, so I guess it probably could be good for that, but it's probably not going to be something you can use as a full like um emulsion, like if you're going to do like an oil phase and water phase. But I have to look into that. I don't think so though. Hi, baby. It's my baby. Okay. Thanks for the tips about the HCV. I've been using too much apparently. Yeah, it's okay. Pursuit of Bliss, a lot of people have. It became really popular among the natural hair community, and then we didn't do enough research on it. That's all. And now we know. um Key says, I'm glad you mentioned preserving products that you're selling when you're using fresh aloe. I came across a YouTube selling hair butter using fresh aloe and saying she doesn't need to preserve her products. Yeah, I see that quite a bit, honestly, Key. Um, a lot of people using that fresh aloe in their stuff and not using preservatives. And I will say this: you leave that fresh aloe out. Let's just say leave your fresh aloe plant out. Leave it out. Now, again, fresh aloe can last a little bit longer, but you start mixing it with products. See how long. See how long before it starts to turn different colors. And in particular, it likes to turn red. It likes to turn a reddish color, a pinkish reddish color. Um, do you do you suggest moringa oil, and if so, how to use it? Oh, yeah, you definitely can use moringa oil. I've been using moringa powder to make a hair mask from it. Um, I would use it like I use any other type of Ayurvedic oil. I don't use oils every single day because my hair just doesn't need it. It could be too oily for my hair. But work what's best for you. I would definitely focus it on the roots of your hair a lot. Moringa has a ton of properties for hair growth, to fight hair loss. It also contains inositol, which is found in rice water, which is why a lot of people use rice water. Um, but to me, I really like moringa powder better. And so, yeah, you could probably use it on your roots and then to the length of your hair. Is this pure moringa oil or moringa infused in oil? All right. Tammy says, thanks a lot, sis. You're welcome. Just drink it. Christina, oh, puppy. Yeah, this my babies. Bolane says, Bolanle? Well, I have iron anemia as well, and I've been on medication for 6 years now. When I wash, I have lots of shedding. Not sure if it's from the roots or from the tip of my hair. Oh, I would definitely go back to your doctor and get your blood tested to see where your iron levels are. Just because you're on medication for a long time doesn't mean your levels are where they are, because it can change over the years, or your body may not be processing it in the correct way. So definitely find out, especially if you're experiencing shedding. Like that definitely sounds like it's still related to your anemia. Like I said, it took me it took me a long time to get my anemia up to where my hair would stop shedding. It took me quite some time. Not 6 years, but probably like 6 to 8 months before my hair really made a drastic improvement from taking iron. Uh, let's see here. Thank you for sharing all the information. You're truly a walking encyclopedia. How do you retain so much information? It's amazing. Next time you will talk about my brain about brain memory health. Thank you. I don't know. I think it's because I read a lot and I read like before I do when I was doing like, herb videos and particular herbs, I will research about that for like a week. So I have the information really like locked in. So it becomes like part of my long-term memory as I read about it. And of course, when I'm thinking about doing herb mixtures for you guys, and I'm trying to think about different ways, I'll then go back and read more about that particular herb. And so I think it really gets cemented in my brain. Um, Sometimes it gets overloaded. Sometimes I'll get a little bit confused about little things. But when, I try to be intentional about the things I speak about, and that just means constantly reading and learning. And even if that means reviewing the same herb over and over again. But I enjoy it. So, it's good. Hello, Pursuit of Bliss. I just switched up to washing my hair no later than bi-weekly. I had a moment and thought I was going to have to cut all my hair off due to hair neglect. Yeah. Um, I think that we probably need to be washing our hair at least weekly, but bi-weekly can work for you. I think that there is this whole point for many of us that when we used to use relaxers on our hair, we were so wash adverse, right? We would not wet our hair. We were afraid of the water. It was like, no, it's been a month since I washed my hair. My mom done pressed out my hair. Ain't no water gonna reach my hair, right? To switch that to a point where you're natural now and water is really your best friend and water is really going to give you hydration to your hair. I think it was just like a mind shift for a lot of us, right? So you know natural hair can, so a lot of people say natural hair is a lot of work. It's not a lot of work. It's about finding that initial routine. It's about finding what works for you, right? For a lot of people it just takes time in the beginning, but I always tell people you were natural for what, how long? 20 years, 30 years, some people 40 years of their lives. So of course natural hair feels new and it feels like I don't know what I'm doing, and it's okay. And but I will say this, the most important thing is um figuring out a routine that works best for you and getting hydration into your hair. That's the one thing many of us are missing because I feel like we were so scared of water for so many years. And now we had to relearn that water is our best friend. So for me, even if it doesn't mean maybe like hardcore shampooing your hair every time you wash it, but maybe even rinsing your hair in the water in the shower, getting some more hydration back into your hair. For me with low porosity hair though, I have to shampoo my hair weekly. By day 10, if I don't, like my scalp be like, I also have eczema. So for me, I have to get rid of it. And my scalp just will, I'll say itch me to death, but like literally, I'll be dying out here. So the Ayurvedic herbs really help. They're really healing for my skin, really healing for my hair. And nothing beats wash day for me with hydration and moisture. Like for low porosity hair, I need them cuticles raised so I can get that moisture, that shampoo, cleanse that scalp, get that deep conditioner on, lay them cuticles back down. My hair be like, thank you, boo. So yeah, and you don't have to take out your hair every single time. Like I will wash my hair and twist just fine. Okay, so don't think you have to over manipulate your hair to wash it. You'll find routine that works best for you. But if you're suffering from dryness, I always say to definitely up that wash day. If it's bi-weekly, then move it to weekly. Let's see. I tried waiting a month before washing my hair, and surprisingly, I didn't have any itching or smells. I moisturize once per week. Malibu, and I'm glad that works for your hair. A lot of people that doesn't work for their hair strands. A lot of people get a lot of breakage over time or dryness, like inherent dryness in their hair. Kenny says a pup doggy. Here's the bag moving. I think it's meal time. That's exactly what it was. He's being overly greedy. He popped up because he thought it was food for him. Miss only lovely one says pure moringa. Oh, that's really good. Then yeah, I would definitely focus that mainly on my scalp, girl. I would definitely on the scalp. Uh, oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Naturally, Nika, I was just typing aloe's love to hit you with that red tint. Like, oh, you thought I was gonna sit here and still be good? Yeah, that's our yes, naturally, Nika. That's why everyone would be like, oh, I whip it in my butter and it's perfectly fine. I'd be like, okay, how long does that aloe plant last outside of your fridge once you cut it open? Okay, once you cut it open and that air hits it, how long? It could last a little while, but how long? And you gonna keep using that on your face, on your body, on your hair? Mm. And then people be like, I don't know why I got dandruff. I don't know why I have bacteria. I don't know why my scalp be itching. I'd be like, do you? Mm. I just think it's cool. I just started my natural hair not too long ago. I've always worn extensions. I thought washing often was not good because it strips natural oil. However, based on your explanation, I'll start washing often. You are awesome. Thank you. You're welcome, dear. Um, Yeah, once a week. I think once a week is a really good base, especially if you're in extensions. You can also really be really intentional. When I used to wear extensions a lot before I was fully natural and I was transitioning, I would really be intentional about getting the soap just on those roots and on the scalp, rinsing, and then focusing the conditioner on the full length of my hair. Okay. Mm, I'm so over the dreams. I normally dream every night and never get a break from dreaming. So yeah, that's my life. Moringa powder is great for internal use too. It's a superfood with all sorts of health benefits. Yes, humble fabulous. I talk about it. I drink it in a tea. Drink it in a tea. I add it to my smoothies. Moringa is bomb. Uh, Fish and chips. I love dogs. What do you have? He's a Cane Corso, basically an Italian Mastiff. He's 145-pound spoiled brat. That's what he is. As a low prostate girl, how or what do I need to retain oil? How or what do I need to retain oil in my hair? Each time I apply oil, it's transferred to my pillow, even with a satin bonnet. Um, you might not need oil in your hair. It sounds like your hair is not absorbing the oil, and it could be the oil you're using. I don't, what type of oil are you using? The oil could just be a sealing oil, and once your cuticles are already closed because you have low porosity hair, your hair can't absorb it. It's probably just too much, and you're probably using too much also. Because a lot of us like to coat our hairs a lot and just be the extra, and you really just need like a little bit of it. But what types of oil are you using? I'm curious. Jessica says, "How can I keep my hair hydrated and moisturized till my next wash?" So, Jess, especially for your hair type, you need a lighter moisturizer. I definitely think that my oat and aloe hydrating leave-in conditioner will be great for you and your hair. It has a lot of hydrating ingredients in it. It has a little bit of oil-based ingredients, and an emulsifier. So you're gonna get like that conditioning effects to your hair, and then you can add probably a light oil to your hair because I know your hair likes oils, Jess. So yeah, definitely try that because you're just lacking, I think, like some of that rehydration during like midweek, maybe on the third day when your hair's starting to feel dry. You can put that spray on your hair, re-moisturize, add a little bit of oil to seal that in, and you'll probably be great. Malibu says, "Ooh, I have found that dealing with my natural hair is easier than perming it. Better still, my hair isn't so thin that I look bald when I put it in a ponytail." Girl, that was me. I know y'all think I do have a lot of hair, but when my hair was relaxed, it was so terrible. I don't know how I ever thought that looked good. It was so thin, and like again, I have fine strands, but I have a lot of them. But them fine strands, when I had a relaxer, was just like, you tried it, girl. You thought you was cute. You was not cute. Not at all. It was thin and sad. It was sad. So sad. Manifesting Bliss. Hi there. I'm new to your channel and been natural for over 15 years. Hey, rice water damaged my hair, making it dry and brittle. What can I use to hydrate my hair? That's a good one. So you sound like you need avoid some strengthening treatments. So I would say anything like with water-based leave-ins, water-based products. Like I mentioned to Jessica a few minutes ago, my leave-in conditioner is basically a water-based product infused with herbal extracts, aloe vera, and you want to focus on products that have humectants and film-forming humectants, probably like the glycerin, some panthenol, um, things that can help lock in that moisture, even some types of proteins, even though right now it sounds like you probably have a little bit of protein or strengthening issues. So I would focus on moisturizing deep conditioners. So deep condition your hair at least once a week with steam, with heat. Oh yeah, sodium PCH, you got it, girl. I use that actually in my deep conditioner. The sodium PCH is in my deep conditioner. I think sodium hyaluronate is also in my deep conditioner. Those are also great humectants. There you go. She said aloe vera is also great. Aloe vera, yes, focusing on products that are going to give you that hydration, but nothing beats water. Okay. Um, so make sure you're washing your hair frequently, once a week, deep conditioning every time, and then moisturizing and setting your hair at least 2 to 3 times a week. And hydration before moisture. So water based before cream based. Okay. Miss Only Lovely One. Appreciate you. You're welcome. P. Jones, thank you for explaining this approach, caring for our hair. It is a process. It is. It is. Thank you. I will check with my doctor. Got you, do. Got you, boo. Got you. It's okay. We all listen. We all been there. We all been there. Kenny says, I always heard thinking how this world never cared to help Black women with hair care. Slaves were happy to get soap for the body, so hair care was never a priority. Once that was over, we had perms. Happy that women came together now. I finally know how to care for my hair. Yes, yes, yes. Me too. I'm glad that there's a community of us and we can help each other out. And we're here. We're here. I'm here. And I feel like I said, like, that's the intent of my page to become a resource for not just, again, like selling products, but like really understanding ingredients, why you should, what to look for in products, what not to be scared of, what you should maybe pause and be like, hey, I don't want this in my products. But really finding a way to care for your hair and love your hair because it doesn't really have to be difficult. I have a really basic routine. I know some people are like, oh, you're always doing something extra because I'm extra. But my routine is actually really simple. It's a process of cleansing, conditioning, and moisturizing and leaving my hair alone during the week. If y'all see me on my Instagram stories, my hair be in twists about 5 to 6 days a week. Okay. I'm boring and it works for my lifestyle. Yeah, it doesn't, wash day is my longest day, but I appreciate it. It's my me time. It's my I'm relaxing, take care of my hair so she can flourish and be awesome. And I love her and I treat her with respect and care. Like stop thinking of your hair as something so bad and so terrible and it's so nappy and it's so this and in a negative connotation, right? Our hair is something to care for, to be cared for, and it's a thing of beauty. So we start to change our mindset on it and we start to learn how to deal with it. You can find a routine that works for you. You don't have to do every single hair mask I suggest. You can, that's why I have, that's really kind of how these products got started. Y'all saw all this and was like, girl, we not gonna do this. So, I sell it and you still get all the wonderful benefits of Ayurveda and you still get to learn about new oils and how they benefit your hair and all this other stuff. So um, it's a process and that's good. We're all learning, we're all growing, and you find some stuff that works for you, stick with it. You don't have to have 50, 11 different products, even though a lot of us are product junkies. Um, you'll find what works for you and you'll make it a wonderful journey and not something to talk negatively about because our hair is beautiful and, we deserve to love it. Uh, can you tell us how you make your moringa tea? So I was making just adding a scoop of moringa powder into my tea, into hot water. But lately I've been using this tea and oh, I guess it's in the other room. Oh no, it's here. Y'all, I have so many herbs everywhere. I'm trying to get more organized. I have this Dr. Nettle organic moringa tea. But prior to that, I was adding a scoop of powder into my boiling hot water, letting that stew, straining it, and then drinking the tea. I'm really ghetto like that. It's not ghetto. Let me stop saying that because it's really not ghetto. It's really bomb. But then Dr. Nettle was like, they have a tea, and I really, really like it. So purchase some more bottles of it. I mean, bottles. Purchase some more tea. Oof. And it's just like you can see it almost has a little bit of powder. It's like the leaves. So I just boil that, add some MSM powder to that once it cools down some, and drink that. Bologna says coconut, Evo, sweet almond, castor, avocado, and sometimes safflower oil. Guess I would reduce again. Yeah, you probably don't need all of those. And that's when you tried it. Okay, I love this hair talk. I'm glad, sis. Man, I've only washed with hemp oil and glycerin. Washing with shampoo sulfate free is a mistake. Washing with oh yeah, well, I mean we could that's a whole other thing. We could talk about that. Sulfate, there are different levels of sulfates. I think a lot of people got really scared um when they heard the word sulfate, but sulfates are actually there are different levels of sulfates and different levels of harshness of sulfates. And sulfates are meant to cleanse the hair, to remove dirt, grime, buildup, excess bacteria, fungus, and all that. Not everything is created equally. And then Shasha says, in Africa, we don't use all those chemicals and we have beautiful hair. And it's cheaper too. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It is true. So, I mean, there's a lot of things. As you guys have seen on my page, we have simple Ayurvedic masks that cleanse to deep condition. Literally, they're just herbal masks that work wonderful for your hair, to formulating a product that also works wonderful for your hair. It's all about the level in which you are willing to use, the time you want to use to take care of your hair. How much time do you have, right? I get it. Not everyone wants to sit every week and do an herbal mask and um, spend an hour or 4 hours or 3 hours on their hair. And I don't either. You guys saw my Ayurvedic regimen. I have one week where I tend to do like a full mask treatment, and then the next week I might just use my shampoo bar. Because girl, sometimes I'm in a rush, or sometimes I'm like, you know what, I don't feel like doing that. But I still want the Ayurvedic benefits, so I'll use my Ayurvedic shampoo bar. Follow up with all of my products that have Ayurvedic products infused in it, and it still works wonders. It literally fits your routine. What fits your routine, what works best for you. Um, Okay, so I see. Okay, you answered her. What does Msm stand for? Yeah, it's methylsulfonomethane. It's sulfur. Jessica says, thanks for all the tips. I really appreciate that you take time to teach us and how to care for our own hair. Love you. Love you too, dear. Love you. And Shasha says shampoo is a mistake for African hair. It's not a mistake. It's about the type of sulfates that are used. Not all shampoos are created equally. Let me tell you, girl, actually, last week I made, or 2 weeks ago, I forget. They all start to blend together. But I made this bomb shampoo. It is a non-stripping shampoo that is absolutely amazing. I infuse it with neem and aloe vera and bomb. It's all, like I said, as you learn about different ingredients, it's like on my channel and I teach about different ingredients, things that we have misconceptions about. I want us to be able to fully understand. I want us to say, like, okay, this particular thing might not be good, right? So there are harsh sulfates that I would never use on your hair, and they have been used in the hair in the past. But then I've purchased some ingredients that are derived from coconuts, right? And they're used to cleanse the hair. They are a chemical form because again they're derived from the coconut plant, but they're used as cleansers, and they're not as harsh, and they're not as stripping. They're very moisturizing. You can add in, you can create. I show you how you can formulate stuff for your own self, so we don't have to be scared of, um, things. The shampoo is actually very good, and it's all about how you use it. You also can use herbs. Aretha has foaming. It also has its own like sulfates in it that gently cleanse the hair. So it's all about how you use it. It's all about your knowledge of it, and to not strip your hair, right? There's Shikai is also a great cleanser. Hibiscus is a gentle cleanser. Um, yeah, there's a number of ways you can cleanse your hair. There's also clay cleansers. I have probably 5 or 6 clay videos on your hair, how to cleanse your hair with clays. Yeah. um, Have you ever used Nature's Blessings hair pomade? I haven't used that. I find it weird to use Indian stuff while we don't have the same hair with them. Now, Shasha, it's okay. So it to me, it's not about the Indian stuff. It's about the herbs, right? And I think that's where this misconception comes in. Like it's Indian stuff. It's just herbal treatments. Okay. Yes, there are Ayurvedic herbs. Yes, there are African herbs. And you know what? What I found, there's actually a lot of crossover. Neem powder, neem is used in Africa and neem is used in India in Ayurvedic herbs. Moringa powder too, used a lot across. So I always say, if you stop thinking of it as this is belongs to just them, it's people who use old holistic ways to care for their hair. But herbal systems, Ayurvedic herbal powders, African herbal powders that are used to cleanse and take care of your hair. And for me, if you prefer to use African herbs, then use the African herbs. They have a number. I have a whole series about shebe powder and bunu and moringa and neem. But when I tell you the crossover is big, there's a lot of crossover because it's really the power of the plant. It's not really about to say this is only used for Indian women and this is only used for Black women, because the benefits, and that's why I said, like, it's really about the benefits of those particular herbs. Why are you using it, right? Not to say, oh, her hair is straight, so I can't use that, or her hair is this, I can't use that. Why? look at how those things work and impact your hair. And to me, I would say both have been amazing. Amazing. If you look at my entire channel, honey, I use all types of herbal treatments on my hair, from Indian herbal treatments to African herbal treatments, and I've had wonderful benefits. Um, Manifesting Bliss. What's a good shampoo for me that won't dry my hair? What about black shampoo? Black soap. I would like to make my own. No, black soap can be good. Some people really like it. It can be very cleansing, very, very, very cleansing for your hair. Um, it does so. Oh, just for reference, a lot of the soaps, black soap included, have a higher pH of your hair. For some people, it works. What I tend to do is there you go. Malibu just about to. She gave a bunch of things that we can talk about in 1 second. Um, but yeah, Ayurvedic shampoos are good, or you can use herbal. I'll just say herbal. I'm going to just clarify. Let's just say herbal treatments are going to be good for your hair. Now, Malibu just dropped in a bunch of herbal treatments. Soap nut, which I've said Aretha is soap nut, soapwort, yucca root, and clay. You can also use ambunu. You can use shikakai. You can use hibiscus. All of those things are cleansers for your hair. If you're looking for a natural like a brand that makes their own shampoo for your hair. I obviously have my Ayurvedic shampoo bar, which is infused with 10 Ayurvedic herbs, has my Ayurvedic scalp oil in it, my Ayurvedic hair oil in it. And also I add additional omelet and neem powder because they're really, really good for the scalp. And neem is also good for those who have fungal issues, bacteria issues, dry, itchy scalp issues, all of that. And if you want to make your own, yeah, you can definitely make black soap. Sorry, I got distracted. You can also add some of those other herbs to your black soaps. So I actually have an old video. It's probably about 2 years old too, of me making an Ayurvedic black soap, and I basically infused it with Ayurvedic herbs, cleansing herbs as well. So if you want multiple benefits, you can make your own that way. Geneva says, I have a hard time rinsing the Ayurvedic powders herbs out. How are you? Are you just rinsing it like with water only? I would definitely recommend using conditioner to rinse out the herbs in your hair. And also, so not all herbs are created equally. I've noticed recently as I've been, switching vendors, buying some herbs that some herbs are not as finely sifted. So for me in particular, I prefer to sift my herbs before using particular moringa powder. I'm learning neem powder also can be sifted a little bit better to help them to not stick in your hair. But using water and I mean using water, using conditioner and a conditioner with some slip in it will help to rinse it out. Cheryl says, "How much henna should I use in my mask?" Um, I have like 4 or 5 henna videos on my channel, Cheryl. It just it depends on how the length of your hair. You probably I can't really see your picture that well. Are you just doing the pure henna with no additional herbs? Have you ever done a henna treatment? Are you doing a full henna or a gloss treatment? Um, it really depends on the length of your hair, really, because if you have a lot of hair, you can use more henna. Like I have a lot of hair and I use a lot. You can just divide my recipe in half if you want to. The most recent video I did on like Ayurvedic herbs, it's called and the video's called Your Hair Will Grow Like Crazy, and there's like a little picture of Ayurvedic mask treatment. That is a henna treatment in there. It's henna and like a bunch of other herbs, but you can divide that recipe in half and use that for your hair depending on how long your hair is. And Lady Godiva 32 man says we're all connected. I love it. Yes, yes, we are. And Pursuit of Bliss says, right, I'm looking at the benefits of the plant material. That's right, right. That's why I said it's not about the people, it's about the benefits of the herbs, not about the people. Even if it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. um Kenny says I go to Indian shop and say I need help with my hair and they light up trying to help me. They do. They do. I told you for a long time I got all of my herbs from the Indian shop because they had it, they were helpful, they're very knowledgeable about hair care. Because that's what they use. The same way a lot of Africans use a lot of herbs on their hair. It's just the power of herbs and there are so many benefits with using them. Don't forget to peel your scalp. It's very important to do at least once a month. What do you mean peel your scalp? I'm not sure what you mean. And not everybody needs to necessarily peel their scalp. If you're talking about like kind of doing like a scrub on your scalp, a lot of shampoos, and this is where we talk about shampoos. Hi, baby. Have a good amount of things to help remove excess skin and excess dirt and excess grime. This is where a good shampoo will also help with that. Also, herbal treatments. A lot of people do. Some people do know the little granules on the herbs help exfoliate the scalp. So, using those herbal treatments will also help to exfoliate the scalp. Clays also help to exfoliate the scalp. We should also be doing clay treatments like once a month as well. Mm. Well, Longley says, true about the herbs. Recently, I just realized neem is the same as what we call dogoyaro tree in Nigeria, and henna is the same as Layla used in the north, mainly spelling might be wrong. Yeah. Does when I tell you that the crossover between herbs from Africa and India are you're right. Probably just the spelling of the names, but a lot of the herbs are very, very similar or like the exact same herb, just in different locations. So, pursuit of bliss. And when I want to clarify very well, I will use apple cider vinegar and baking soda as a rinse. Very interesting. Okay. Salicylic acid is very good for doing a peeling of your scalp. Hmm. Manifesting, thank you for this. I'm loving this hair talk. About to binge watch your videos. Thank you, sis. Humble Fabulous. I love to travel also, and every time I go to India, I buy up all of their hair oils. They smell great and really do work. They do. They do. It's really, like I said, it's the herbal treatment. It's the herbal powers of the treatment. It's not necessarily who's using it in particular. Cheryl says, my hair is neck length. It was drying because I knew I used too much. I will look for your video. Um, okay, Cheryl, what were we talking about? Oh, how much henna should I use? Henna, okay. Henna is a strengthening treatment. So if it's drying to your hair, um, I highly recommend you mix other herbs with it, like in that video. And also, you don't have to do that's not a treatment I would recommend doing weekly if you're finding it to be too drying. You can use it every other week and add some conditioner to it. Make it more like a gloss treatment than just a full mask. So add some conditioning or conditioner, like a deep conditioner to that treatment. Hello, Casper to y'all. Think that's happened to me, and now I don't know how to promote treatments my hair. Jessica Reed, what are we I think that's what happened to me. Which one are you talking about, Jessica? Faith and Money says, Moringa is very good. It helped me when I was nursing my baby. I produced milk like a cow. Oh yeah, it's really good for breastfeeding moms. Moringa, Fenugreek is too. It helps to increase your breast milk supply. The Modern Natural. What are your thoughts on using hair grease? I'm personally not a fan of using hair grease in my hair. Um, as somebody who has low porosity hair, it blocks out moisture, and I'm good with things that block out moisture. I want to be able to re-moisturize my hair again. As the low porosity hair, we already struggle to add moisture back to our hair. I really focus on water-based products, as most people with low porosity hair should be focusing on. I do think that for some people who have high porosity hair, it might help to lock in moisture for them. But again, once you really use that grease, you really can't re-moisturize your hair. It's pretty much you have to shampoo it off. Um, so I think if you're going to use it, you have to be really, really intentional. But personally, for my hair, it's not going to work. Hi, Danielia. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'll just say this one more time because I'm pretty sure there's a lot more new people on it. I don't know if you guys had seen mm, my last video that I did last week for Tip Tuesday. I made these conditioner bars, and I'm giving away 2 more conditioner bars. I did an Instagram giveaway, so I want to do a YouTube live giveaway. So as long as you comment in this live, at the end of this, I'll select 2 winners to try out the conditioner bars. And if you want to know about more about them, I'll definitely drop the link in the chat for you guys so you can know about what I'm talking about if you're new to my channel or new to my page. Okay. All right. Well, Nanchasha, that's wonderful. She said, I only support African Black businesses. I then won't use things from another continent while I can support my people. Have a nice evening. Have a nice evening, too. There's nothing wrong with supporting your people from another continent, girl. I mean, from your own continent, by all means. Pursuit of bliss. I do use grease on my ends. However, I make sure that my hair is damp before adding some grease to my hair. I don't use on my scalp though, but some do. Yeah. If it works, like I said, if it works for you, by all means. But I'm not really a fan of it. So okay, but if there's not any more questions, again, if you want to make your comment on the video to try the conditioner bar, by all means, hi baby. Leave your comments and I will pick two winners to try out the conditioner bar. And I'm going to head off to continue filming for Tip Tuesday. Let me know if you guys have any other suggestions you have for videos that you guys might want me to see. But yeah. Oh, Kenny Marshall, you saying something? Yeah, I just said so. Oh, baby. I can't wait to try your conditioner bar. Thank you very much for the stream. You're welcome. You're welcome. Kenny says, so she had issues. Thank you. You're welcome. Bye, doggo. His name is Knight with a K. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. Hi, Faith Williams. You said, I just discovered you. Great content. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Welcome to my channel, sis. Thanks for everything you do. You're welcome, Nika. Thanks for supporting me, girl. Thanks. You're welcome. Hey, girl, came in a bit late. I never understood the term transitioning because it is our God given beautiful hair. I'm nearly 60. Relax my hair maybe 5 times. Love your knowledge. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, transitioning, I think it was a term we used, especially early on, because a lot of us, yes, we're returning to our natural hair. We're transitioning back to natural, back to what our God given hair was. Um, the Modern Natural says, do you ship products to London, UK? Yes, I do. Yes. Excellent show. Bye. Bye. You're welcome. Thank you, Cheryl. Bye as well. Rosalind says, I love to get one of your conditioning bars. Okay. Okay. Key Richardson, I love your oat and aloe deep conditioner. I'm so glad to hear that. Glad. Let me see. Is my moderator still on here? Sweet lady. Thank you so much, sweet lady, for moderating for me. Janelia, thanks for your information. I do love listening to you. My hair is neck length, but thin. I use a lot of herbs. Which herb can I use for thickening? You can definitely use henna, cassia, cyzifus powder. Those are also great for thickening. And just note that you're talking about thickening the individual strand, or are you talking about like thickening your hair overall? Because if your hair is naturally thin, that's just how many follicles that are on your hair. You can't grow more hair follicles. But what you can do is, if you have hair follicles that don't have hair growing from them, you can try herbs like amla, nettle, fenugreek, brahmi. Those are all regenerative herbs that help to have hair growth. Mm, This live has been amazing all night. Can we get him on camera? So I'm using like my computer. So if he comes back on, he's just being a bum right now. He was over here, but he's now laying back down. He's on the floor. Let me see if I can get him out. Night, night. Hi, baby. What's up? Here, come here. Hi. Let me see. Oh, he's being a brat. Let me see. How do you hydrate your hair? Here, you mentioned it. I hydrate it. I use my oat and aloe hydrating leave and conditioner. This is what I use on my hair to refresh it, and I also shampoo my hair and condition it weekly. I always use my deep conditioner. Hydration comes truly on wash day. Your hair gets the most hydration because it's clean. It's water can fully come into penetrate your hair strand. I always steam my hair. I have my full routine on my channel under my Ayurvedic hair routine, if you're curious about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, promotion code is women, all caps. Not woman 25, just women, and you'll get 25% off to Faith Amani. Kenny, I get very serious about that stuff because Indians with black hair get my hair to backlens. I don't see anyone else coming to my rescues. Sorry, just need to say it. Oh, it's okay, Kenny. I know, like, everyone has their opinions about using Ayurvedic herbs. I feel like one time there was somebody who came on my channel and was like, I can't believe you're using a product for a white woman. And I was like, and I didn't even get a chance to respond because someone else responded and was like, first of all, that's an Indian woman and it's called Ayurvedic hair care. Like it was just people have a lot of opinions about things, but I feel like again, it's really herbal hair care. And if you want to just use African herbs, then just use African herbs. There's nothing here is stopping you from doing that at all. And like I said, a lot of the herbs are crossover. Like aloe is a crossover herb. You find it in Africa, you find it in India. Moringa, you find it in Africa, you find it in India. Neem, they might just be called something different, right? But so yeah, whatever. I'm not for everybody, but for who I am, who loves me will love me, and that's fair, and that's fine. Adiki says, "Love your dog. He must be a lucky one." Oh yeah, he's my baby. I don't have any children, so he's my spoiled child. Bye, Kenny. See you next week. See you guys. Jessica says, "Thank you so much for helping us to embrace our natural beauty and encourage the new generation of girls, women, and even men to enjoy their hair." Oh, thank you. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Ivory says, "P.S. I also watch Indian YouTubers. It is about passing on knowledge. I have been using henna since I was about 19. Love the reddish tinge coming through my grays now. Keep up the good work." Thank you. Thank you. Ivory says, "A lot of these herbs also grow in South America, sorry." Yep, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. And that she's talking about peeling for all I know, she's trying to kill us. Kenny. Kill us back as bald. Thanks, not that. Okay. You're welcome, Tammy. Naturally, Nika, some people act as though birds don't eat seeds and poop it out in other parts of the world. Oh yeah, yeah. That's okay. I would say some people will be in their feelings, and that's fine. I'm not here to argue with nobody. I'm just dropping knowledge, dropping herbal knowledge. Like I said, herbs have their own properties and their own things. Herbal hair care is the way to go. That's all I'm gonna say, because All right. Okay, you guys. Thank you again for a wonderful chat, and I will see you guys next week for the starting of week 8. Make sure y'all drink your water. So your 64 ounces of water. Take your vitamin C. Y'all de-stress, live life happily, and I'll see y'all next week. Okay. Bye, y'all.